your coordinators understanding your players. So I am definitely more excited about the fact that we're doing this now, right out of the gates, where there'll be some unknowns that the Packers maybe have to deal with, but that happens week one anyways. The unscripted looks. It's a very good advantage for Green Bay, who's bringing back both coordinators, understanding it. Detroit will have some growing pains with their new coordinators. And it just so happens that's going to fall with the G&G week one up at Lambeau.
Jesse, are you excited about this, or are you not really interested?
So here's my beef with schedule release day.
I knew this was coming.
The whole thing is a great idea, and then we get to it, and then I don't know how we're allowed to talk about this or what we like. Are we sure that the Packers are hosting the Lions in week one of the regular season? Because Jordan Schultz said it. Schefter didn't say it. The NFL hasn't said anything about it.
Yeah, but Jordan Schultz works for Fox, and this must be a Fox game, right? Because it's allegedly a 3:25 start per his report.
I would assume. But what's going to happen all day today is we're going to, it even started last night. Oh, here's the leak for week one. Looks like Ravens-Packers, Monday Night Football at Lambeau. Wow.
Dude,
and then this happens today.
It's teasing in radio. Jesse, it's radio teasing. It's the same thing.
No, it's not. No,
it is.
Maybe
it literally is the exact same thing.
Maybe what we do around here sometimes, where we say we're going to tease something, and then we come back, and then you end up saying, hey, you know what happened to me in the parking garage today? And then we go somewhere totally different. Yeah, that's kind of what happens with the NFL schedule release. Sure. The rest of this, I see what the NFL did the last couple of years, where they start now, okay, we're going to give you the Sunday night or the Thursday night opener on Monday. We're going to give you that. And then on Monday afternoon, we're going to give you the biggest Monday night game, and then the Christmas games, and then the Thanksgiving game. And then it's if they're going to want to leak these things out anyway, let's give you some of them and then make the big schedule release at 7 p.m. But at some point, I'm guessing around 10:30 or 11 today, because that seems to be when it always happens, we're going to get a leak. Here's the Packers schedule. And then we're going to talk about it. And then we're going to have this big show tonight, and everyone's going to be like, oh, we already knew that 7 hours ago. But we can't say it officially because we don't even know that for sure that's what it's going to be. I hate this day. I love the schedule release concept. I love the big unveil of here's the schedule. The Big Ten does this with here's the schedule for the year.
Sound like
and
you
I love that. I love when the Brewers schedule comes out for the next. I love schedule releases. I hate that everyone's always trying to jump the gun on it. It's like when they did the draft and Schefter would tweet the picks of the draft 2 minutes before they're announced on TV. Just wait till 7 o'clock tonight. Why do we want to just have this moment tonight where we all can celebrate? Here's the schedule. Why are we leaking one game at a time here and there, and it's not even official on any of this stuff? I can't stand it.
Can't stand ya. All right, so a couple things. One, I'm pretty sure that somebody got fired last year for leaking the schedule. And then, if I recall correctly, one of the beat writers leaked the whole, posted the whole thing. That was problematic, I think, for some people. So I would assume, and again, it's always dangerous to assume, that there's been a chill effect in the building, right? If somebody gets fired over that. I have a hard time picturing that getting out again, but maybe you're right. Maybe it'll be somebody will post the whole damn thing once again. Again, you got to be careful. We thought the Packers were going to Dublin, and that turned out to not be the case. So you got to be careful. I would say Packers-Lions to open the season, coming from someone who works for Fox in Jordan Schultz, is a fairly safe bet. At Lambeau. And the crazy thing, and I knew it had been a long time, and then when it really hit me, I was like, that's ridiculous. Longest streak in the league it had been since the Packers opened the season at home. I mean, Matt LaFleur has never had a home opener at home in the first week of the season. Home opener's always been in week 2 or sometimes in week 3. That is just crazy to me. So Tausch thinks it's an advantage to get the Lions right out of the chute. Is the Lions Thanksgiving game set yet? I know Dallas. I mean, it's set. We just don't know what it is. But Dallas is hosting the Chiefs. Last year, the Packers played on Thanksgiving at home at night against the Dolphins. The year before that, they went into Detroit and kicked their tails. So do you want them to get Thanksgiving and Christmas? Or would you prefer to have your holidays Packers free this year?
I don't want them to play Detroit again. I think, I'm always intrigued. Who do you put that last game on the schedule? Because it always seems to come down to that at some point. And then a lot of times you look at it and say the league has ideas. What the league also does here is they prognosticate. They look at Las Vegas because they want sexy matchups too. At the end.
You're right.
I don't care if they play on Thanksgiving. If they do, great. I would prefer. I liked the Thursday night game last year. I thought that was a nice little respite. It was a busy day, obviously, because the Badgers played the Gophers the next morning. So there was for me, selfishly, it was a busy stretch. But then, just like players, you get the flip side. You get the bye. You get the week.
Didn't that cost you a trip to the Greenbrier, too?
It sure did.
It did. No. Greenbrier, they put it a week earlier. Otherwise, I would have went. And it sounds like great tennis at the Greenbrier. I got a chance to spend some good quality time with Kirk Penny last week. And
Kirk Penny.
Sounds like he played some good tennis down at the Greenbrier.
While complaining about the bathroom setup.
As far as all of the other things that goes, I just – the whole concept, if I'm Green Bay, I want as many December, January. If you want to put me on the road in September, great. I'm not even remotely complaining about not having. I want games. I want to have games in December, January.
At home.
As many home games as you'll give me. If that means I'm on the road in September, good. But there is something to 7 years is a long time to not have one. And I think the NFL got that memo. I'm sure the G&G let them know, hey, it's been a minute since we've played a home opener.
Hey, we took one for the team and brought that complaint about the tush push to the floor. How about you let us open the season at home for once? So just one last thing on this. Wouldn't you rather then, and I understand in 2022 they came in to Lambeau Field with nothing to play for, having been eliminated from the playoffs, and came in and beat the Packers, just like the Bears did last year. But wouldn't you rather have the Lions then, like the last game of the season at Lambeau then, when it could be snowy and cold and it's a de facto NFC North championship game, or would you'd rather open with them because of the uncertainty of the changes that they have on the coaching staff?
Well, there's a couple of reasons that I want Green Bay to do this. This will be a tone setter. We have not led the division in a while.
What if it sets the tone the other way?
Well, that's the beauty of it. But this will be a tone setter in the fact Detroit last year caught a lot of breaks, and then obviously they caught bad breaks at the end with all of the injuries. This will be an opportunity for Green Bay to say, you know what, hey, cute little 2-year run here, Detroit. It's ours. We're going to take back what's ours. And you can send a big message. And I do think, yes, would I rather Jared Goff play in a snowstorm in December or January? Yeah.
That's what I was getting
but
at.
If you remember, it was a pretty sloppy day in September or October when they came here last year.
Rainy.
Didn't bother them, bothered us.
Bothered
so
Elton.
this needs to be all right, guys, our focus is here. Detroit has run the division. It's time to reset and take back what's ours. And with this schedule, you're giving your team a chance to set a tone real early that this can be a good year. Or going to be a tough year.
It is a big one out of the chute for sure. Again, Jordan Schultz of Fox Sports, or as he's known by Tausch, the coffee guy, reporting that the Packers will open the season in the 3:25 window at home against Detroit Lions at Lambeau Field.
Nobody wants to fight him on that report, right? We're all good.
Again,
Not if you're not at a
that's a
Dunkin'.
good joke. It's a good joke. Again, he works for Fox. Fox is going to broadcast that game, so I'm not sure how he got that scoop, but I trust his sourcing for sure. Just like I trust my source for Windows, Gina Della and Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
There's no better time to open a season than against the Detroit Lions in September. And there's no better time to upgrade your windows and doors than right now, because Pella is offering up to 6 years. It's been 6 years since Green Bay's hosted a opener. It's been that long. You don't know. But you do know Pella's offering 6 years of 0% financing. Set up your free in-home consultation today. You commit to nothing. At this point, they're going to listen to your vision and suggest the Pella materials and customizations to make it a reality. Get 0% financing for up to 6 years. Certain restrictions do apply. This deal ends May 31st, so visit PellaWI.com today to learn more.
We will talk more about the schedule as we learn details. Again, there's some more things that will come out this morning in advance of the release tonight. Jesse's made it very clear his position on the schedule release day. Are you on Team Jesse, or do you want all the leaks all day long as much as you can get? Even if one or two are wrong, you can text Jesse and tell him how wrong he is.
Jesse, give me your number. Let's give him his cell phone.
Today's as bad as April Fool's Day. Because you also
that's a strong statement
you also
right there
get
now.
all these people on Twitter. Oh, here's the week 1 schedule leak. Oh, gotcha. That's not it.
Is that your
That's
David Bakhtiari, or who is that?
That's Twitter guy.
My knobs making
Twitter
bad
comic.
jokes voice, I guess.
Well, we will. So text Jesse on the Carbless Talk and text line 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. We'll shift gears, talk a little bit about where the Packers are at as they go through the offseason program. Plus, more assistant coaches speaking today, including new quarterbacks coach Sean Mannion. We'll talk to him later this morning or this afternoon. We'll talk about that as well. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio. All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more. Station updates, show clips, and your place to interact with us every single day just by scrolling through your feed. Follow along on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at ESPN Milwaukee.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, I mean, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
If you're a motorist of the four-wheel variety, please watch out for those of us in Wisconsin who do their traveling on 2 wheels. Adjust your mirrors to reduce your blind spots. Allow motorcyclists a full lane width. Use your turn signal when merging or changing lanes. And allow more following distance between you and the motorcycle. Motorists and motorcyclists can work together to achieve 0 preventable deaths on Wisconsin roads. 0 in Wisconsin. Together we can save lives. Learn more at zeroinwisconsin.gov. Wisconsin DOT.
Turn your driveway into the basketball court of your dreams with Precision Sports, Southeastern Wisconsin's dealer for Mega Slam, Ironclad, and Dominator hoop systems. From installation to customizable painted court lines, Precision Sports is a slam dunk. PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
If you need to hire, it seems like the whole process can be exhausting. You search resumes, wait for the right candidates to apply, set up initial interviews. It's a lot of time and work. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates for your job the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro is super easy to use. You simply pick a time, and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you can choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day. Best of all, you save time and energy.
Try Zip Intro for free right now at this exclusive web address, ziprecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow. Once again, go to ziprecruiter.com/free to try it for free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free.
I'm Monica Kessler.
Monica makes sure that everything at Kessler's is worthy of a lifetime warranty.
The quality of your ring is incredibly important when it comes to diamond setting, ring sizing, and repairs.
Monica has been part of Kessler's since she was 6 years old.
Let me tell you how to judge the quality of the jewelry you're buying.
It's easier than you think.
All you have to do is read the warranty.
Most stores offer a 5-year warranty, but Kessler's offers a lifetime warranty, the strongest in the world.
We can do it because we put more gold in your jewelry.
When a jeweler wants to make a bigger profit, they put less gold into the jewelry. This makes it thinner and easier to break.
Theirs might look like ours at first glance, but Kessler's jewelry is made not to break, and that takes more gold.
We give you a lifetime warranty because our jewelry is made to last forever, just like your love.
Gold is more than $2,000 an ounce.
Kessler's gives you more gold, a lot more gold.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, go to KesslersDiamonds.com.
Make plans to stop by Third Ward Beer Garden at Catalano Square. Experience Milwaukee's favorite beer garden, the perfect spot to meet up with friends in the Third Ward. Open Wednesday through Sunday with live music Thursday through Saturday. Good times and great vibes await at Third Ward Beer Garden.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
You can hurt me tomorrow. You can hurt me, 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 you can hurt me.
We await more leaks of the 2025 Packers schedule. We'll keep those you apprised of those as we hear about them. Tausch, I did, and I was a little frustrated yesterday because it feels to me as if Packers fans don't want there to be drama with their team, and so Elton wanting to have his contract adjusted, which again, I don't want to speak for Elton, but I don't think he's looking for some sort of blockbuster new deal. I think he just wants some of the money that's already there to be guaranteed because he would like some certainty about his future. And as his contract is structured now, there's the distinct possibility that he could play for them this year and then they could cut him next year because he's got like a $25 million cap number. So, again, I understand that fans, many fans, not all, but many, are going to side with the team. I get it. I understand why you do that. But this is, he doesn't have a whole lot of leverage as a player. NFL players, other than quarterbacks, rarely have leverage.
Did Steno say that there's competition at center, too?
He did not. He did not. He didn't say there was competition at left guard either.
Wow. I think Banksy's going to be getting old. 65 is going to be playing some left guard. Elton Jenkins is going to get a new deal, and he's going to be in Green Bay. Okay.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
No, I think I will be.
I hope you're right. Again, I think.
So let me ask you this, Jason, and not that you've had any discussions with Elton. I'm not implying.
I've not had any conversations with Elton. No.
Yeah, there's been no dialogue, verbal. Will Elton Jenkins take a snap without a new deal?
I don't know the answer to that. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
But again, I would like people to understand, and I'm not asking for you to cheer for every player to get more money from the team. I'm not saying that. But if you were in his, and I have railed against this many times, these contracts are one-way contracts. Like, people get after players, oh, you signed the contract. Okay, but why don't you ever say, hey, the Packers, hey, you signed the contract? No. Then it's, oh, hey, look at how much cap space we could save if we cut this guy, right? So in Elton's case, he has a very perilous cap number for 2026. And if he plays out this season, they could say, you know what? We're going to go with Monkey, Jacob Monk, or as Tausch calls him, Monkey. I prefer Monkster over Monkey, yes. And then he's out of luck. Now, again, the general manager of the Green Bay Packers, Brian J. Gutekunst, said that they believe Elton Jenkins is an all-pro center, which is not the same as being a Hall of Fame center, which is what Rob Domofsky said some coaches thought of Zach Tom. Maybe they play Elton Jenkins for this year, cut him to save cap space, they move Zach Tom to center next year, and then they play Anthony Belton at right tackle. Like, he doesn't know. There's no guarantees from the Packers that he's going to have his job in 2026. So he just, in fairness, wants some certainty that, hey, I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe here.
So if you were Russ Ball, here's the deal, and this is how the NFL works. Elton Jenkins signed a contract, got a bunch of security, and got a bunch of money up front 3, 4, 5 years ago, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And
December 2022.
Okay, so it's been 3 years. So in order to spread that cap out, you add voidable years, you do the big number at the end, knowing you're not going to do that. So their decisions need to be made. Now, when you don't have roster bonuses and you don't have those trigger points in a contract, you give all of the power to the organization. And that's what Russ Ball has been very, very good at. Hey, you're in your prime. We'll get those 2 or 3 years. Everything will be hunky-dory. Then things get gnarly. And the Packers, what Elton Jenkins is basically saying is, hey, guys, I have no problem playing center. Matter of fact, most of us thought that he wanted to play center probably even last year. And our sourcing on that was pretty good. I can assure you of that. So when you look at
Josh
all
Myers?
of that, Elton Jenkins is sitting here and he's saying, you guys either want me or you don't. Now, the Packers don't have to do anything. And by the way, Elton wants to collect the base salary he's got this year.
Yes.
He's going to want that. Doesn't mean he's going to want to go to all the training camp, all the other stuff. So there will be a battle. And if you believe that Elton Jenkins has got 2 or 3 more good years in him, you give him a different deal, you'll soften that cap hit, and you do that. If you, and this is where the Anthony Belton signing is kind of interesting because, listen, man, you have to be flexible and malleable to the scenario. The Packers are giving themselves a bunch of, again, I keep bringing it back to poker. They want a bunch of outs. They don't want to be drawn dead to, I need to get a 7 to get trips in order to have any chance. They want to have the straight, the flush. They want to have a possibility at 3 of a kind. They want to have all kinds of options so that they can put out the best poker hand, 5 players. That's what their goal is. And if they can get in a pot that is good value with Elton, hey, we will do that. But if Elton is now where you have to push more chips in than it's worth, that's when the Packers say, well, we have these other options and we can see more cards than what you're going to let us do. Poker players want to see cards. Poker players want value. The NFL is a big poker game. Jim Fossil back in 2000 said, I'm putting it all in. And it worked until they got smoked in the Super Bowl. This is the game of this is the NFL. It is a crazy, as my friends at OAR said, this is a crazy game of poker. And Elton Jenkins and every other player plays it. That's how it
You're
goes.
a jam band guy. So
who are your friends at OAR? You know them personally?
My buddy Jern, who I was out in Vegas with, he ended up actually missing some of the Wisconsin NIL programming to go and see OAR.
Your friend.
Is he a former member of the band?
They're at a bowling alley.
OAR was playing a bowling alley in Vegas.
That is
It's a really
correct.
nice bowling alley, though, I'm sure.
Wow.
Opening for Fish. All right, so, again, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, no one else's, this is a no-brainer for both sides. If your general manager believes that he is an all-pro center, then you don't have to give him any money that is additional to the $11 million he has as a base salary this year and $18 million that he has as a base salary next year. His cap numbers are 18 and 24. You give him some guaranteed money now. You guarantee, you take $11 million of his base salary this year. You take 10 of that, guarantee that. You guarantee, half of next year's base salary. Then he gets that money guaranteed. You add a couple of years to the deal. He's going to end up getting the same money, but he gets the security of saying, hey, they've committed to me. And I'm not going to be sitting here in March going, I've got a high cap number. They're going to try and dump me for Jacob Monk or Zach Tom.
You'll lessen the cap hit.
For your team, you could use it on Trey Hendrickson if you wanted, or something else.
This is, or Ken Griffey or Pete Rose. R.I.P.
Shoeless Joe Jackson,
comes down
also
to,
available.
Does Brian Gutekunst feel like Elton Jenkins is going to be a high-level center into his mid-30s? We have not seen Goody agree to that very often.
Is that the position where, of the 5 offensive line spots, you have the best chance or the worst chance to keep playing into that age?
I can't give you that answer because I'm seeing Trent Williams play almost to 40. I just saw the big dude, Jason Peters, play till 41, 42. I would say center would be the spot that you can lengthen your career more than offensive tackle, but there have been plenty of guys that have been able to play a long time. I think Elton Jenkins wants to finish his career as a center. I think he thinks he's going to be really good at it. I think the Packers do too. But I think the Packers, if they're being honest, they kind of want to see it. They want to see where Elton's at with center, with Jordan Love. I think they're going to like what they see. And I think from Elton's standpoint, if he wants to maximize his potential earnings, he plays this out. If he wants to get that security and have that, which I totally understand, then he will take something and he'll, much like I'm sure he sees Banksy's contract and he's looking, well, that's a pretty nice deal. That's what, back in his day. So this will get where I think Elton Jenkins is a good player. It's hard to come by. I think the Packers, when they signed Banks, thought Banks and Jenkins for at least 2 or 3 years, let's see this thing play out. And that's why I think they will work something out. And Elton Jenkins will be back in Green Bay. And I think it'll happen before training camp.
Yeah, I would just add this, and you have been there, done that, bought the T-shirt, had the surgery. Elton Jenkins tore his ACL a few years ago. I don't think you want
playing tackle.
Mm-hmm. I don't
think tackle in a dome in Minnesota.
I don't think when you've had that happen to you once, you want to risk it if you've got a chance to potentially get some security and suddenly tear an ACL, and now you're, again, going to have a depressed market because that really sucks, as you well know. So I would think getting existing money guaranteed and having that flexibility, which, again, to me is a win-win for both the Packers, who clear cap space for this year and next year, and for Elton, who gets security. I don't see why this one is dramatic. Now,
Okay, so
I do want
to put a bow on this, because we've been talking, and old Jason Drama over here stirring up drama with Elton and with Jair and with Reed and with Dobbs and who else you got in the drama?
I'm the one stirring
meter?
it up with Reed.
Who else are you stirring? Who else are you stirring the pot up, drama guy? What's your other? Who are your other drama? I'm going to say this: the Elton Jenkins drama, super low, super low. What's a really bad TV drama? You love these dramas. You love the Law and Orders, and this is.
I'm more of a
what's the
criminal procedural, police procedural guy.
Suits LA.
This is Blue Bloods. This is a Blue Bloods show.
Blue Bloods is on
a nice
for a long time. It's a good
This
show.
is Elton Jenkins going to be a Packer for a long time. Elton Jenkins' scenario is the Blue Bloods. Hey, it's a nice, comfortable. Oh, it's a drama, but it's really
Crest.
not.
What about Falcon Crest? Wasn't that the spinoff of Dallas that wasn't as good?
I remember the theme song to Falcon Crest.
I think it was.
I don't know any of the plot.
That's kind of our brand.
The bottom line with Elton Jenkins is this is going to be a drama that's not very dramatic. I think that's like Blue Bloods with Tom Selleck. That's what I think.
Mm-hmm. All right, so then I want to ask you where on your drama scale the Jaden Reed piece.
Oh, no. You are the drama scale reader. That's all you, J-Dub. And I think, do we agree, the Elton Jenkins drama part, very low-key in my opinion.
I think that's an easy fix. I have no problem with saying that's an easy fix.
I agree. Okay. I'd say Romeo Dobbs is at the top of the list, and then I'm not as concerned about Jaden Reed as
I'm not
I think
concerned either. He's at the workouts.
Yeah, he's working. I think he is going to heed my advice and just say he is going to be a nose to grindstone guy the rest of this way. I don't think he's going to be Chirp City USA. I think he's going to make a statement, and then if I was advising him, I'd say, when the Wildes come up and talk, say, listen, man, I'm frustrated. I didn't have the season I wanted. I understand what the Packers are doing, but that doesn't mean I ain't going to be a number one wideout. I'm going to be a dog this year.
Right.
Period, Finn. I ain't talking about this no more. That's what Jaden Reed should do.
I don't like that part of it, but I would love for him to say, hey, I'm going to bring
Jason, this will be Wilde. But Jaden, I mean, you've been the leading receiver here for 2 years.
No.
You've been the guy, Jaden.
Not what no,
You've made big plays, Jaden. You're a really good player, Jaden. And then Jaden's going to look, oh, yeah, man. Jason's
and that pizza that you sell is really good, too. Yeah, so I get it. I don't view it quite the same as you do, as I know that's going to come as a surprise to you. But I do think that there's a conversation to be had about, hey, I'm gonna show these guys that they didn't need to draft that guy.
Blank
that's what
off.
I'm gonna do. Yeah, blank
it's a
you.
Blank off.
Yeah.
This needs to be the blank off season from Jaden Reed. Hey, blank off.
Hey, blank off. I got great news for you. Well, I mean, I think it's great news. But, again, given the quality of our shows when we're together, that's open for debate.
I know what this means. Best week of the summer. Best weekend of the summer.
Yeah, so I was a little concerned because I know on this program, when an 8th grade graduation goes up against some sort of WIAA state tournament game, we believe that 8th grade graduations aren't that important. I did not necessarily...
I'm not going to lie to you. There is a change for Old T.
What?
Yeah. I'm aware.
What?
Yeah, Old T is giving the commencement speech at the 8th grade graduation of Maxwell J. Tauscher this year. Yes. Yes. Yep.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Are you just going to give the speech you give to all the rubber chicken circuits, or you going to do something a little bit different?
This is going to be... I got to figure out how long I should go and how much humor I bring in.
Are you going to cry like you did when you did that press conference with us before you went into the Hall of Fame?
You know, you're kind of a jerk. You sit here and you want people to be open, and then you're going to do that?
No, what do you mean, jerk?
Not nice.
We did you a favor.
That was
Jason, that was
nice.
jerk store. That was a jerk store move from somebody that tries to be Mr. Sensitive reporter. Jerk store.
No,
Jesse, was that not jerk store?
You said it yourself afterward.
Jesse,
that gave you the chance to get the tears out there, so you didn't do it in the speech. Don't be turning this around now.
Sometimes
Beck and I look at
each other and say, was that a positive comment or a negative comment? That was very clearly not a positive comment from Jason.
Thank you.
Jesse's just trying to make sure that on occasion
American
he sides
Family
with you.
Insurance Championship, Jason, returns to Madison. 2 new exciting changes this year. 2. Wisconsin's own Steve Stricker hosts the PGA Tour Champions event, June 6th through the 8th. That's not new. But at its new home golf course, and that is the TPC Wisconsin. The AmFam Champ also, this is the second part of the new, debuts a new team competition this year. 2-person teams will compete in a best ball and scramble formats. Wow, is that fun. The American Family Insurance Championship is June 6th through the 8th. We're going to be out there on that Friday. What is that, the 6th?
June 6th.
The 6th, yes. And I do not have a conflict that day, so I'll be there.
Get details and ticket information at amfamchampionship.com. Who's the dude that won that championship a couple years ago now?
Tung Chai Jai.
That's exactly who that was.
That was a great championship from Tung Chai.
I heard he cried.
How do they pick teams? Do we know that?
You grab your own partner.
So it's just like a reset or like a group
like square
project in school, and you're like, hey, I'm going to partner with Timmy on this one.
Yeah, it's Timmy.
That's how they're doing this? Just everybody gets together?
I'm going to tell you this.
Grab a partner.
At TPC Wisconsin, you ain't breaking 200. I'm telling you right now. From their tees, you ain't coming close to 200. I'm telling you. Bet, as the kids say, bet. As the kids say, bet.
Thanks for letting me know.
Jerriad in Canton, Ohio texts in, man, a lot of change this week. First, Tausch does a 180 on Peacock, and now he's in on 8th grade graduations.
Always evolving, Jerriad. Always evolve.
And bringing you to tears. More next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
ESPN Wisconsin's Brian Balaga here for my new friends at Surfside. There's only one thing better than Surfside and golf, and that's Surfside iced teas and lemonade plus vodka on the golf course. This golf season, there's no better drink to enjoy on the golf course. Surfside is light, refreshing, and made with real vodka and real brewed tea. Plus, there's only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. Cheers to hitting the fairway and cheers to Surfside. It's tea time. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Mark Tauscher here, and these days I am sleeping better than ever. I am so thankful I met with the great team at Advent to help solve my sleeping problems. The Advent team is so great to work with, and their consultations are very informative. The Advent team listened to my struggles, and rather than forcing a surgery, they helped me find the best solution for a better night's sleep. My family and I are so thankful the solutions from Advent worked. To see how they can help you with snoring, sleep apnea, and nasal breathing problems, go to adventknows.com, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
It's party time at Cousins Subs. For a limited time only, Cousins 2-foot party subs are back. Choose from the club, ham and provolone, Italian special, or turkey. Each party sub is just $39.99. Feeds 5 to 8 people and requires 24-hour notice to order. And now you can complete your party by adding a party chip bag and a dozen chocolate chip cookies for just $4.99. Order today in store, online, or on the app. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Ewald Automotive Group, we don't just see the uniform, we see the people in them. Ewald salutes those who serve and are brave first responders. Thank you for your dedication, sacrifice, and for keeping us safe. As always, service members and their families can benefit from the Ewald Military Advantage Program with special pricing and incentives on every vehicle. And for every new car sold this month, we'll make a donation to local military and first responder charities. Thank you from Ewald Automotive Group.
They say seeing is believing. And when you check out what's waiting for you at American Place Casino, you'll definitely believe you'll love it. From thrilling gaming to top-notch service, we're changing the game. Come play all your favorites like blackjack, craps, roulette, and the latest slots. Catch a game at the sportsbook, enjoy great restaurants, bars, and more. If you're ready for excitement, exceptional service, and an experience you'll never forget, then we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game. Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Dr. Aaron Holtebeck and his team at Holtebeck Eye Center make vision care a top priority. They are your premium provider for eye care and corrective eye surgeries. Dr. Holtebeck has been helping local patients with their eye care needs for over 20 years. Dr. Nausheen Abbas joined the Holtebeck Eye Center team last September, and her practice philosophy is to provide patient-centered medicine by giving all options. Located in Brookfield near the corner of Calhoun and Capitol. Learn more about their services at holtebeck.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
So I don't know if our YouTube comments are a legitimate source of information for the games in the
what do you think?
Schedule. Hey, Barry Sorrell is in our YouTube comments every day. Number 99, the real deal. Thank you, Barry. Now, I would like to talk to you, though, so pay attention to my note.
Do the players find out the schedule before everyone else does? Do they have like a early release for the players, or they send it to you and be like, "Hey guys, by the way, like you have an hour to get ready."
No, but the team obviously does, right? The team obviously does, because they got to put together all the imaging, and the social media teams have to put out their videos. Which, if I recall correctly, last year the Packers did one with Jordan Love judging people. I think Domofsky was in it.
Yep.
So I don't know what they've got planned for this year.
So, like, social media Joe knows what the schedule is, but Elton Jenkins doesn't?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, I would think that's accurate. SMJ, they call him.
SMJ? Social Media Joe?
If that report is accurate, and for everybody that's
wait
not
a minute, I didn't
YouTube,
even say what it was.
Well, I'm trying to get there. You're like dragging this thing out. I'm trying to help you.
Jesse interrupted by asking if the players know the schedule.
It's always somebody else's fault, isn't it, Jason? Okay.
I'll admit I interrupted him, but I thought that was an interesting component to learn about things that we don't know.
He gets interrupted constantly. He knows this game.
Oh, I'm aware. Thank you.
I am too. I am too.
And then when I do it, then you forget what you were going to say, and then you're mad.
That's
all right,
the trick.
So
I don't get mad. I get even.
What is this, Taken? So, Liam Neeson, who does not say, oh, good luck. Week 2, Packers at home again? According to our YouTube comments.
No, I hate this day.
No, there's a source out there. I saw this too. I didn't know how accurate it was, but
at Green Bay, week 2 on Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Oh, boy.
Amazon Prime.
That's the Amazon opener.
That might be our players only this season. That might be our players only game.
Except for that game not actually being accurate, most likely.
Players only half. Here's the deal. If that is true, the Green Bay Packers can send one heck of a message. You're talking about, a team that was in the NFC Championship game and a team that has owned the NFC North. You can jump out 2-0, and again, a young football team. The NFL season is a marathon, but it certainly helps when you get ahead and you're 2-3 miles up and you can have a little bit of, it doesn't need to be a sprint. It feels like the Packers have had to finish with a sprint.
Mm-hmm.
It would be nice if you get out of the blocks in a good spot. The NFL has given you an opportunity to really go. You could get out, if you could get out 2-0 in those first 10 days of the season. And on the flip side, it could go south. This is a high-levered game of poker. And the Green Bay Packers better make sure that they're positioned to be ready to play. Don't be showing up. Like Phil Hellmuth will come into the World Series of Poker 3 hours late because he just thinks he can roll his hat out there. Y'all better be sitting down with your snacks set and ready to work. You better start getting a chip. This is where you can build that chip lead and you can start bully balling people. That's what these first 2 weeks, if this schedule leaks are accurate, entail.
I don't know if it's accurate. I do think if the Packers are going to play on Christmas, now this is, again, conjecture. But, and we're going to hear from Brian Bulaga about this game in a second, and he's going to join us tomorrow. He had a conflict today. The Packers are playing on Saturday, December 20th, at Chicago against the Bears. The other Saturday game is a rematch of the NFC Championship game between the Eagles and the Commanders. Now, last year, the 4 teams that played on Christmas played the previous Saturday.
Okay.
So the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Texans, and the Steelers all played on Saturday. And then the following Wednesday, which was when Christmas was, they played again, but they mixed up the teams. So I think it was Ravens in Houston on Christmas and the Chiefs in Pittsburgh. If that is the case, the Steelers, or the Eagles, the Commanders, the Bears, and the Packers do have each other on the schedule. But the Packers' opponent on Christmas, the following Thursday after that Saturday game, would have to be the Washington Commanders. And the Bears would play the Eagles in Philadelphia on Christmas. Now, I add one other thing to add. This year, Christmas is on a Thursday. The NFL minimum for a number of days between games is 4. Because it's on a Thursday this year, you could play a Sunday team on Christmas. So they're not locked into playing the Saturday teams against each other on Christmas. But would that be something you'd be interested in? Packers hosting the Washington Commanders on Christmas? I would be. I'm intrigued by that matchup.
It would be fun.
That'd be a pretty good one if
I would like
Netflix.
for the Packers to not play on Christmas. That would be very nice because I hate the Christmas games.
So you've now established in the first 50 minutes of the show You hate schedule release
Because
days.
when they hosted the Browns, we went to Aunt Janice's house, and she didn't even know that the Packers were playing. And I told my mom, I said, talk to Aunt Janice, make sure she knows Packers Browns 3:30. She plans Christmas. Oh, dinner's at 4:00, right smack dab in the middle of the first half. Oh, I didn't even know they were playing. Since when do they play on Christmas? And then you got to figure out how you're going to work the entire Christmas festivities around everything. Thanksgiving's different because that's part of the tradition of Thanksgiving Day. Christmas, you're doing presents, you're having dinner, you're doing all your stuff, you're trying to see everybody in your family, you're traveling all around. I want no part of the Packers on Christmas Day ever again.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I think
since you're going to be disappointed.
Since you've taken on such ownership, not of Facebook, because you can't even get the damn video to work on there. That's supposed to be your area.
More misses than hits, but
I also noticed you don't reply to anyone who messages us on Facebook.
No.
They get this automatic, thank you for contacting Wilde and Tausch.
I don't know how to turn it off. And
then you never actually...
Yeah, and then I don't have Messenger on my phone, because whenever Facebook went to having a different Messenger app than just being able to do it in the app, I was out on that. So I don't
But you
do that.
understand that just because it sends an automatic message does not preclude you from then subsequently replying to these fans who care about our show. You do understand that, right?
I was kind of hoping it would suffice in most cases.
Thank you for contacting Wilde and Tausch.
A lot of them are just complaints, and so, yeah, sure. Yeah, well, thanks for letting us know.
Okay. So anyway, you've now taken your Facebook fiefdom and decided to abandon it and in favor of posting polls. I think there's a simple poll of, do you want the Packers to play on Christmas? Do you like it when the Packers play on Christmas? Like it or hate it? Because you have now established you hate April Fool's Day, you hate schedule release day, you hate when the Packers play on Christmas.
That is all correct, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I know that you and a lot of other people love the all-new ESPN Wisconsin app. Your state, your teams, your ESPN, all the access to all your favorite shows at the touch of a fingertip. Easy, customizable homepage. So if for some reason you like KBN more than you like Wilde and Tausch, you could put them in slot number 1, so they're the first thing you see when you open up the app. All the things you're looking for, live streaming, podcasts, links, everything you need in the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brand new. Download it today from both the Android and Apple app stores. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. All right, we're going to play trivia a little later because I do want people to hear what Brian Bulaga had to say about this Packers-Bears on a Saturday matchup. Again, it does not guarantee a Christmas game, but based on last year, there's a good chance that that's how that plays out. I'm guessing that the people at Netflix would love to have the Packers as one of their Christmas games. We'll talk about that.
Doesn't it feel like if the Eagles and Commanders are playing other teams, we're not going to play them? Right?
No.
If we're our Eagles game is set. So
Correct.
The only team we could play would be the Commanders, and if we're playing the Commanders week 2, we can't play them on Christmas.
We don't. All right. Well, thank you, but we don't know. Like, what's the sourcing on Packers Commanders at Lambeau in week 2?
Wilde and Tausch YouTube, Packaholic, or whatever that guy's name was.
Count Pacula.
Count Pacula. That's who it was.
Count Pacula. What a great name that I should remember that I can't.
Booberry.
Count Pacula.
Again, I don't know the veracity of that, and on top of it, that would really be less than ideal because I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, this is the year with the 17-game schedule that the Packers only have 8 home games. Right? Because last year they had 9, plus the game in Brazil, which was a neutral site game. We were all like, hey, they only have to play. Well, now, do you really want to play 2 home games out of the chute in September?
No. Boy, you can't please you. Oh, they don't get a home game. Oh, there's too many home. What are you, Yogi the Bear? Or what's that bear, the 3 bears?
Yogi the Bear.
Bro.
Let's go
the
steal
porridge,
a basket.
And sometimes you literally went from, this is ridiculous, the Packers never get to host a home game to open the season, to, well, I think there's too many home games in the beginning of the season.
I asked the question.
You literally just said.
We'll hear from Brian Bulaga.
Jesse?
Next. I wish
Is
he
that
was on
not
the
what he
show
said?
today.
Stop asking me things.
Jesse?
Wilde and Tausch.
This is our crew. This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Your chance to spend an afternoon on the links with ESPN Milwaukee is just a tap away. The 2025 Delzer ESPN Milwaukee Open happens July 15th at the Ball Golf Course, and we're inviting a lucky ESPN Milwaukee fan and 3 guests. Hang out with your favorite ESPN Milwaukee hosts, play around at one of Wisconsin's most popular courses, and enjoy food and drinks throughout the day. Open up the contest tab in the ESPN Wisconsin app and register for your chance to win this fan foursome with ESPN Milwaukee.
Your Pella experience starts with a free in-home consultation.
It was a really comfortable kitchen table chat. We knew Pella was going to get it right the first time, and they designed a project with us. They didn't just replace our windows and doors.
There are so many options that are available, so it was nice to have someone narrow those down, and they made sure that the design was what we wanted.
Don't wait. Get 0% financing for up to 6 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 5/31/2025.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SAND25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SAND25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SAND25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
We see you out there, building a life you love, knowing that when inspiration strikes, nothing should get in your way. At Blaine's, we're here to help with everything you need to make it happen at prices that make it possible. Like 14-ounce tubes of Blaine's brand multi-purpose grease, $1.99. Rewards members get a free $10 gift card with a $100 Scotch purchase. Plus, as a family-owned business, we offer the Blaine's Best Price Promise, guaranteeing you'll always find the lowest price with us, or we'll match it. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a must-play every golf season. Wild Rock Golf features championship golf in the heart of Wisconsin. Wild Rock, a Herdston Fry masterpiece that's cut from the natural beauty of the Wisconsin Dells and offers stunning views from elevated tee boxes. Wild Rock presents spectacular greens that roll fast and true. Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a unique gem that offers a challenge to avid golfers of all abilities. Book your tee time today for this must-play at wildrockgolf.com, wildrockgolf.com.
Tournament host Steve Stricker joins a star-studded group of PGA Tour champions at the American Family Insurance Championship. Catch the action June 6th through the 8th with an exciting team competition and a new tournament home at TPC, Wisconsin. This year's AmFam Champ concert features Megan Maroney with special guest Clint Black on Friday, June 6th at Breese Stevens Field. All proceeds support the Steve Stricker American Family Insurance Foundation and American Family Children's Hospital. Get your tickets today at amfamchampionship.com.
When you don't compromise on the court, you shouldn't compromise off of it either. Lose the calories, not the taste. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Copyright 2024.
Hey Bucks fans, enjoy Michelob Ultra at Brothers Milwaukee, Champs Americana Brookfield, Double D's Hales Corners, Ray and Dot's Greendale, and Who's on Third Milwaukee. That's Michelob Ultra, proud sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
NFL nerd
It's so unfair. The Packers are having 2 home games in 10 days to start the season.
All right, instead of being a smartass, you tell me as a player.
A little jerk store.
You tell me as a player.
And also using that language was a little jerk. You're both being jerk stores.
Yeah, that was kind of rough.
Both of you.
I need a break
so
from
angry.
this guy
Don't be an angry elf.
If you're a Packer, I remember. I'm old enough to remember my favorite general manager, Ron Wolf, being very angry if the Packers didn't have a very backloaded home schedule that would allow them to play most of their home games in December and take advantage of their weather advantage. If they only have 8 home games and they're playing 2 of them in September, I don't care when they play them. I am going to cover them regardless.
I don't know.
But
I just read Channel 3000. Seemed like you did care when they played them. It's just an article I read.
Why I'm Not Going to Chicago on December 20th by Jason Wilde.
Well, no, that's... Well, what?
No.
Why?
My 3 favorite reasons for hating Chicago by Jason Wilde.
That's a good idea. I should do that. No, I think it's Brian Balaga who hates that game. We'll get to that. But you tell me, as a player, you want those games?
Here's
if you
the
only
deal,
got 8
Jason,
home games?
and I'm being full. Here's the deal. You get the schedule, you look at your opener, you look at the bye week, and then you look, are there any stretches where you have the Thursday night, now obviously with all of the other games, Netflix and everything else, the short windows, but you don't want to have 3 straight road games, or you don't want to have a trip out to San Diego and then a trip back and then Arizona. That's really what it is. Home games, I'm telling you right now, yes, I always loved games in November, December, January. It was great. But I can tell you right now, the last thing I ever was concerned about was, there's too many home games to start the season. I want to be at home. Now, you got to pay Paul to pay Peter. Eventually, that bill comes due.
How does that go?
You got to rob Paul to pay. Peter. Eventually, the bill comes due.
I think you're robbing Peter to pay Paul. By the way, for those of you scoring at home,
the Dodgers can pay him both.
Well, there's some teams that don't have any home games. The LA Chargers look at it and say, you got 17 road games. Vegas is probably very similar. You got 15 road games. I don't care about this part of it. I understand. The only reason I brought it up and made fun of you is because literally at 9:04 this morning, you are lamenting the fact that Green Bay doesn't get any home games in September. And literally 28 minutes later, you're sitting here railing against big schedule and the fact that the Packers are having too many home games in September. It literally went from that in less than an hour. That happened.
I don't care when they play the games.
Check the tape.
Don't care. What I do care about
what do you mean you don't care? You schedule your honeymoons and your proposals around playoffs. You do.
Actually, I scheduled them in spite of playoffs.
On the playoffs.
I didn't expect the 2007 team to be playing for a trip to the Super Bowl, but that's neither here nor there. Why don't you? You know what? I'm irritated with you.
I sense that.
I feel responsible for this. I brought some negative energy.
This is on
around
Jesse
schedule release day.
I agree.
I thought it was that.
There's a lot.
It's everybody's fault but mine.
I'm sorry. There's a lot of negativity around here. I feel like I started it, and I'm sorry.
You know what, guys? I'm going to solve this problem because life is busy. And I understand. The schedule, everybody's, there's too many home games. The porridge is too hot. The porridge is too cold. You know where the appetizers are always the right temperature?
Quick Trip.
A little hot spot. It's always there. You got the mozzie sticks, the tacos. They got everything you're looking for. All kinds of variety. And, of course, I've been getting a lot of feedback about this for the 4-meal chicken. I think I'm going to talk to our friends at Quick Trip. We're going to try to do a contest. Who can come up with the 4 best meals off of that rotisserie $6.99 chicken on Mondays? We're going to do that. Got to make sure figure out how that all works. But today's Wednesday, right? Is today Wednesday?
Today is Wednesday.
It is, yes.
$9.99, boneless or chicken tenders. You know it. They also have Nature's Touch butter. They got bananas and onions, 29 cents a pound. You can get fuel. They got everything you need at Quick Trip. Got you covered for the whole deal. Use that rewards app. I just got 15 cents off. I went in there, got a pizza. Max grabbed some stuff from the hot spots. I go in, I get back, I go to fill up the next day. 15 cents off because of that. Beautiful thing, the Quick Rewards app. It's beautiful. Quick Trip. Oh, you know you'll see me next time.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch starts as late as it would if Brian Balaga was here. And we never did hear from him, which I was trying to get to there. So stick around. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The UW.
Looking for a Milwaukee tradition? It's Saz, and for nearly 50 years, Saz's have been serving up award-winning ribs that'll make your taste buds dance. Don't miss our festival-famous mozzarella marinara, the appetizer that put us on the map and keeps Milwaukee coming back for more. Whether you're heading to a game or just catching up with family and friends, make Saz's your place to go. 55th and State. Saz's, where memories are made and stories are shared, one delicious bite at a time. Saz's Steakhouse, the finest. A Milwaukee tradition since 1976.
It doesn't get any headlines just to be silently good. Big Fish Contracting, we say renovating homes, redeeming an industry.
It's so much more than just, okay, we're replacing your roof.
We're not only educating homeowners, but we're getting to know them and allowing them an opportunity to get to know us. I mean, there's just such beauty in it, you know? If anyone is considering reaching out to us,
or you can check us out on our website, bigfishcontracting.com.
A Brewers group outing is the best way to celebrate any special occasion. Whether it's a birthday party, anniversary, or bachelor party, baseball is better with a group. Grab your crew of just 15 or more for an event you won't forget. Brewers account reps make your day at the ballpark a breeze. Plus, get set up with customizable tailgate spaces, seating blocks in your favorite location at American Family Field, and much more. Start planning your group outing now at brewers.com/groups.
Let's talk about Home Turf. Your lawn is a reflection of your pride, hard work, and even competitive spirit. If you want a yard that makes the neighbors stop and stare, you need the right plan. That's where Weedman Lawn Care comes in. Weedman's lawn care program is kid and pet friendly, uses golf course quality fertilizer, and has an effective weed treatment to dominate any issue. Get a free quote of Weedman's winning formula for your yard at weedman.com and get 50% off your first treatment. That's weedman.com. Weedman for the win.
Gabe Neitzel here. Catch Jen, Gabe, and Chewy mornings 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. Figure out my camera situation here. I don't like it.
You're in a goofy mood today. I don't even know why. You're kind of squirrely.
Oh, squirrely is a good word. It's a good word. Headed over to Lambeau Field after the show, both today and tomorrow. Today we have the offensive coaches. Tomorrow we've got the defensive coaches, so I'm looking forward to that, certainly. I'm also looking forward to hearing from somebody complain about an aspect of the schedule who isn't Jesse Nelson. It's Brian Balaga, who apparently took issue with the Packers playing a Saturday game in Chicago.
So away on a Saturday. See, it's like why? It makes no sense. It's week 16. You know that this division is going to be tight. Every day of prep matters in this division. So now you're forcing a team a short week to travel in a division race that matters. And let me guess, like Green Bay will obviously have a Thursday game. They'll probably have another special game, which is like a holiday game that doesn't fall on a Sunday. They'll have a Monday game. It just bothers me I look at it only from a player standpoint and the prep standpoint, and having to speed up your clock nowadays. It throws off everything in the schedule. So it's like, there's no need for it in a division that is going to be extremely competitive. I don't know.
He closes with that. I don't know.
It's as angry as I've ever heard him. Outside of when I bought that golf ball.
I want to understand something here. So the Packers are playing the Bears on a Saturday, like early January?
No, December 20th.
December 20th, the week before
and then
Christmas.
You think that they might play on a Thursday, right?
Theoretically,
everybody
Day.
plays a Thursday game. It might not be that Christmas Day.
Well, we're playing the Commanders week 2, it sounds like. So
according to NFL Nerd.
Allegedly.
Nerding on NFL.
Old
I want to make
Nerdsky
sure
and
we
Hutch.
cite that correctly. Yeah.
So, Brian, this isn't Brian Bulaga 2010, like wide-eyed and just, chasing squirrels and just. This is a veteran. Now he's done media for a while.
Brian Bulaga was chasing squirrels at practice?
He's a young guy, just happy. He was like a lab, just running around. He was happy. He was just energy all over the place. This is a seasoned-old vet. Brian, it's money. The NFL cares about making money. We know this. One day, no, nobody cares. Now, when you started moving to Wednesday games last year, that's when you get 6 days. If they play on a Sunday and then come back and play on a Saturday, or if it's a Monday to Saturday, at that point in the year, you're not doing much at practice anyways. I get what you're saying, but we've been around this block long enough, man. We ain't the New Kids on the Block. I can't remember their singer. Who was the singer of New Kids on the Block? They had a bunch of hits.
They had a bunch of hits.
This is the reality of today's NFL, maximizing dollars. I don't have a iota of a problem with the G&G playing a big boy game on a Saturday over that holiday. I am all on board with it because we all want better retirement benefits. We all want more money in the game. This is how you do it. This isn't some player safety be damned. I've already said I don't want any player safety advocates. Once you decided to go 17, I'm done listening to that argument because I know we don't care, and you showed me that that's not your top priority. So don't tell me that. Don't tell me it's showering when you're urinating down my leg. Does that make sense?
Don't tell me that it's showering when you're urinating down my leg.
Feel like that expression is commonly known differently than that.
Don't tell me it's...
Yeah, I can't swear. Unlike Jason, I'm not going to just swear on FCC radio. If this was Digi only, I'd swear, but it's not what it is. So I didn't. Don't flip me off. Hey, I don't need you flipping me off on air. You want me to go, you need to start playing Pink Pony Club so I calm back down? Because you flipped me off. That's what happens.
I thought about it.
That.
We need to play trivia.
Which part?
Jesse, today's Wednesday.
Well, Jason, am I wrong? Am I wrong to say that Brian should know better?
Yes, he should know better. I agree with you. It's money. But here's the question that it begs. Because a lot of times in the last several years, the Packers have gone NFC North to end the season back-to-back against division opponents. This is week 16.
The Vikings game's going to be the end of the year. It's going to be Vikings.
So this is week 16 against the Bears. Does that mean they could potentially go Bears, Lions, Vikings to end the regular season?
Oh, my. Oh, my.
Tausch is going to take a break here because it's time for trivia. Get ready to tell us. Get ready to tell us about Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Jesse, it is Wednesday. It is Wisconsin Geography Wednesday. What caller would you like for Wisconsin Geography Wednesday trivia?
A 17-game regular season. Let's do caller 17.
No. Crank it up. Hey, guys, this isn't some ordinary This isn't some ordinary package. This is the Vortex Rangefinder swag bag package. We need to go big.
All right, you pick then.
65. Caller 65.
We're not going to be able to do it in time for the next
Yes, we
segment.
Can. No, we can.
There's no way.
We will. Yep, there will. We will, and we can, and we should.
Caller 17 for Wilde and Tausch Trivia, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. Caller 17 plays trivia after Tausch tells us about whether or not he stays on 17 or hits when he's playing blackjack at Hard Rock Casino Rock.
What? At what? I missed it.
I was at hotel. They don't have that.
If I had 6 and a 5, I'm doubling. I am going to double all day, and if I'm playing 22, I get a free double.
That's what I've heard.
And that's the beauty at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Features over 175,000 square feet of gaming, entertainment space, 1,300 slot machines, 50 live table games, a sports book, and a rock shop. Hard Rock Live entertainment venue. I think, who's coming there? Corey Hart is coming. Is that Corey Hart?
Chris Rock, I heard.
Chris Rock. Kevin Hart is coming on down to the entertainment venue. 23,000 square feet, premium concert and event space. Features more than 1,000 feet of LED screens to enhance the experience for up to 2,000 guests. Head on down to Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Right about an hour from Madison. Could not be an easier trip. Right down I-90. It's off to the left side. You'll see that beautiful big purple and gold guitar in Rockford, Illinois. Hard Rock Casino, Rockford.
Trivia is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio. It doesn't matter if it's your first betting slip ever or just the first one of the week. We've got your Potawatomi sportsbook picks covered. Tune in Wednesdays to the Weekly Wager with Greg Matzik, Ben Brust, and Jen Latta.
If someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything, you take it.
The Weekly Wager, Wednesday nights at 6, right here on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel.
Baseball is back. Brian Balaga here to bring you a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka and Surfside Lemonade and Vodka. A delicious and perfect pairing for a day at the ballpark. Stocked at American Family Field all season long. Surfside is only 100 calories per serving, and the best part, 0 bubbles. Ask for it at your local bar or liquor store. Surfside, an official partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Must be 21 years of age. Please drink responsibly.
This is Kevin Moret from Mentality. Men, you're being robbed of your potential. Research shows a shocking 1% annual decline in testosterone levels. That's why building muscle feels impossible and your confidence is at an all-time low. But here's the truth. You're not alone in this uphill battle. Mentality's physician-directed, FDA-approved treatment doesn't just level the playing field, it restores your body's powerful balance. Our patients experience a documented 30% increase in their testosterone levels. Stop struggling and turn this around. Defy the odds and reclaim your masculine edge at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's WTMJ's Brandon Snide for Wisconsin Harley-Davidson. With summer just around the corner, Wisconsin Harley-Davidson is gearing up for another year of riding adventures. Join them May 17th for their annual Bikes, Blessings, and the VFW. Start the summer off with a Bike Blessing on May 24th. Their annual honor celebration is happening with a ride to Wisconsin Memorial Park to place flags to honor those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. Both events will have live music, food, and so much more. For more information, go to WISHD.com or follow them on Facebook and Instagram. Calling all collectors, the Wisconsin Card Show is back May 16th through the 18th at the Baird Center in downtown Milwaukee. Whether you're into sports cards, Pokemon cards, or chasing down autographs from Wisconsin sports stars, this is the place to be. Meet Churio, Contreras, Terrain, and more legends from Wisconsin's hometown team. Don't miss this 3-day event packed with vendors, memorabilia, and must-see moments. Tickets and full details at WisconsinCardShow.com. That's WisconsinCardShow.com.
In Minnesota, you can get the hottest concert ticket in town.
Thanks, everybody, for being here.
While eating some of the best food in the nation.
I think I've said yum like 85 times.
Plan your trip at exploreminnesota.com. Whether fishing, floating, or boating, in Minnesota, lakes aren't just a destination.
Nice walleye.
They're a way of life.
The water is so clean and so clear, it's quite magical.
See what makes Minnesota the star of the North at exploreminnesota.com.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Give me one reason to steer, and I'll turn right back around. Give me one reason to steer, and I'll turn right back around.
My day's turning around already. I'll explain why after I tell you that it's time for trivia.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Vortex Golf. Rangefinders you can bet on.
The Vortex Golf Rangefinder and Swag Bag up for grabs at the end of the week. The more questions you get correct, the more chances you'll have in the Cheese Fry Helmet of Victory when we pull our winner on Friday. And maybe our winner. I feel like we had a run here of lots of first-time contestants. And now it's been a while.
Yeah, some of the regulars came back once the Vortex prize pack came into play. They
because they knew they were never getting their ESPN Wisconsin prize pack.
They got their prize pack. They're like, I don't need another one of those. Oh, what's this rangefinder? Ooh.
Well, we've got ourselves a first-time contestant.
Is it Dave from YouTube? The guy that hates trivia?
That's Mike.
Michael. Yeah, Michael.
Okay.
No,
Mikey.
It is not.
Hey, Mikey. No, it is Brennan in Bayview. Brennan, good morning. How are you, buddy?
Good morning, gentlemen. Good. Looking to fill that cheese helmet with some entries.
Yeah, well, let's do it, baby. Here we go. If you're watching on YouTube, Tausch may or may not. Oh, does this mean that that's because the stakes are higher? That the days of Tausch possibly helping the cause are over?
No,
I'm helping. If you're on YouTube, I'm helping.
Okay. Here we go, Brennan. Question 1, with or without Tausch. Which of these Wisconsin cities has a name that means clear water in French? Is it Eau Claire, Eau Gal, or Oh My Gosh?
I'm going to say A, Eau Claire.
You're on the board, 1 for 1.
There we
Didn't
go.
need Tausch's help for that. Question 2.
Did we say Up North Joe was the one who wrote these? I don't know.
You did not.
Yeah,
No,
these are
that's
courtesy
usually
of
our
our guy.
purview.
Up North Joe
We
came
kind of
back.
thought that was what.
Yep, been about a month since he's contributed. So Up
How's
North Joe
the
wrote these, huh?
baby?
Doing
you gotta
great.
come and see the baby.
We do. We keep waiting for an invite. Haven't gotten it yet. So head down and go
Maybe
see
the
him.
Dingo
You're not even on his
baby.
tier to my friends. Yeah, you're not getting
True.
an invite.
All right, Brennan, let's get it here. Question 2 is this. Which of the following Wisconsin lakes name in French is French for Hill of the Dead? Which of the following Wisconsin lake names is French for Hill of the Dead? Is it Lake Budemore? Or as Paula likes to say, Lake Buddy des Morts? Is it Lac Vieux? Or is it Lake Beulah?
Let's go with C.
Lake Beulah. Lake Budemore. Buddy Des Mortis tried to help you there a little bit, even though Tausch wasn't helping you on the YouTube, because Morts, M-O-R-T-S, mortuary, mortality. That's all right. Let's bounce back. Question 3. Question 3 is this.
Have you caught the theme yet of the trivia from Joe here today?
Yeah, where these names came from.
Mort Anderson.
They're all French.
Chris
Oui,
Mortensen.
monsieur. Let me know when you're done.
I'm done.
Just naming Morts?
Indeed. It's the Mort Report with Tausch. Question 3, Brennan, is this. Which of the following Wisconsin cities is named for the French word for root due to its proximity to the Root River? Is it Trempealeau, Fond du Lac, or Racine?
Let's just say Tausch.
Jason?
I see what you're asking me. I do. I can't help you.
I can't help
I
you.
got you.
Your choices, let me give you your choices again. Trempealeau, Fond du Lac, or Racine?
Let's ask Brian Bulaga.
Can I phone a friend?
Let's go with A.
Oh, no.
I gave you the answer. I gave Brennan the answer, and he wasn't listening. I said,
I guess I missed that. I'm sorry.
I said, I see what you're asking me, but I can't help you. I see.
Oh,
That's
no.
sneaky.
Well, I, as someone who's a little concerned about the legality of that,
Yeah.
Brennan, no offense, but I'm kind of glad it didn't work.
Probably for the better that he still got it wrong.
Yeah, no.
But I didn't give him the answer. You see what I'm doing?
I see what you did
see
there.
what I'm doing?
I see what you did there, yeah.
I was going to do a jingle. Had I given him a jingle and said Danish Kringle?
That would have
It's
been
French for the word for roots.
Yeah. Would have been a little more on the nose with that one.
Did you root for the Root River?
That's not even a clue.
Wouldn't have helped you at all, actually. Brennan, the good news is you did get one right, so you've got 2 of the possible 4 entries in the drawing, and all it takes is 1, so you've got a shot. So good luck to you, buddy, and thanks for being a first-time contestant. We appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. You guys have a great day. Awesome listening to you every day.
Brennan's the best.
That's really nice.
Brennan's the best. I have an idea for Vortex, too. The golf.
Oh, I bet you do.
What if
I'm sure they'd love nothing more than for you to give them an idea.
Right, well, what if we do, whomever we do this, and I don't know how many weeks we're going to give away rangefinders. I don't know all the details of this, but what it would be fun
rangefinders if they break 200 at TPC Wisconsin.
No. Everybody that registers and wins, we bring them out to a golf course, and we kind of YouTube from 150, and they get even a bigger Vortex prize, like a champions. Like, you know how Jeopardy does their tournament of champions? Mm-hmm. We do the Vortex Championship in the fall, where they go and they have to use their rangefinder from 168 yards. Whoever puts it closest to the pin wins some sweet Vortex swag, maybe a pair of binos.
It's a 10-foot putt. I don't need to use it. No, use it.
Just an idea.
Do you think it's a good idea?
Vortex Trivia Championship.
I mean, if it gets me out on a golf course for a day, sure, I'm in. Yeah.
Jason's the opposite. He's doing everything in his power to avoid golf courses.
Except for the AmFam Championship, because I'm going to be there.
I say golf course, and he runs upstairs. He doesn't want any part of that $200.
No, I got to get clubs. I got to start playing. It's Dame time on Season 4 of Behind the Bucks, presented by Gallagher Explore.
Hey, when you do that, hey, have a little enthusiasm. Hit that watch when you say, it's Dame time. Let's go. Let's get a little juice. I'm done.
$54 million and most likely out for the entire season next year. Be sure to tune in to Dame Time, presented by Gallagher.
For Zion.
Explore Bucks superstar Damian Lillard and his unlikely journey from a 2-star high school prospect to a top 75 player in NBA history. The series, narrated by senior NBA insider Chris Haynes, reveals exclusive details of Dame's trade to the Bucks and subsequent trade to the Pelicans and experience with the team. Find Behind the Bucks on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and wherever you get your podcast. Behind the Bucks, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Steve the Homer True joins us next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Mark Tauscher here, and these days I am sleeping better than ever. I am so thankful I met with the great team at Advent to help solve my sleeping problems. The Advent team is so great to work with, and their consultations are very informative. The Advent team listened to my struggles, and rather than forcing a surgery, they helped me find the best solution for a better night's sleep. My family and I are so thankful the solutions from Advent worked. To see how they can help you with snoring, sleep apnea, and nasal breathing problems, go to adventknows.com, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. Looking to simplify your everyday banking? Our checking and savings accounts offer the tools you need, plus the friendly, simply local service you deserve. Enjoy competitive rates, 24/7 online and mobile banking, and real people ready to help right here in your community. Whether your checking balance is at midnight or stopping by one of our branches at noon, Great Midwest Bank has you covered with a variety of new and improved account options designed for your unique needs. Great Midwest Bank, simply local and member FDIC.
Your Pella experience starts with a free in-home consultation.
It was a really comfortable kitchen table chat. We knew Pella was going to get it right the first time, and they designed a project with us. They didn't just replace our windows and doors.
There are so many options that are available, so it was nice to have someone narrow those down, and they made sure that the design was what we wanted.
Don't wait. Get 0% financing for up to 6 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 5/31/2025.
Take your game to the next level with Vortex Golf. This employee-owned brand out of Wisconsin brings you premium rangefinders like the Blade, Blade Slope, and the Anarch, packed with features like image stabilization, pin spotter mode, and rock-solid accuracy. Backed by a legendary no-questions-asked VIP lifetime warranty and unmatched customer service, Vortex has you covered. Ready to upgrade your gear? Visit maplehillgolf.com and search Vortex to see the full lineup. Vortex Golf, you can bet on it.
Born in the heart of the earth, natural diamonds rise up like the notes of a song from the throat of Mother Nature.
Rick, that was positively poetic.
Mother Nature sings diamonds.
Sarah, wow, you can sing.
Born in the heart of a plasma chamber, created diamonds fall softly like snowflakes from the heart of a star.
A star that shines like true love.
Natural diamonds are earthborn.
Created diamonds are starborn.
Kessler's has the largest selection of natural diamonds in the state of Wisconsin. All the different sizes, all the fancy shapes.
Give her a fancy diamond.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
Bigger, brighter natural diamonds.
And financing that makes anything possible.
Kessler's is the largest employee-owned jewelry company in America.
Which means we can do anything we want to do.
For you.
Mother Nature sings diamonds.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Slide into your neighborhood Century Food Store to score the freshest produce, tastiest treats, and everything in between. Now through Wednesday, save on gallon selected varieties Prairie Farms white or chocolate milk, $3.99. 59 to 64 ounce selected varieties silk milk, 2 for $7. 6 to 9 count selected varieties Blue Bunny novelties, 2 for $7. 10 to 12 ounce or count selected varieties Green Mountain coffee, $5.99.
Let's get some strawberries.
Attention shoppers. Safe.
Okay. Ooh, pineapple fulfills every need.
While you're shopping, a drive way back, it's a gunner.
There's something goofy going on with the PA.
Need a price check and I'll take me out to the ball game.
See, what is going on?
You're hearing things. We're at Century Foods, and you can't take your mind off winning that ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes.
I'm hoping to throw out the first pitch at a Milwaukee baseball game.
Or attend batting practice.
Or hold the finish line ribbon for the racing sausages.
You don't say.
The ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes at Century Foods. Enter on Century's Facebook or Instagram by July 30th.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Whatever you do, make sure you do it right. Whatever you do, make sure you do it right. You're making love or starting the schoolyard fight. Make sure you do it right. Make sure you do it right.
You know what that music means?
Make sure you do it right.
The GOAT of Wisconsin Sports Talk Radio. You hear him every weekday on the Homer Hour, the world's shortest radio show, the best 60 minutes of your day, allegedly. You also hear him as the voice of Marquette men's basketball for 35 years. And you can catch him on God Talk, My Faith with Homer and Pip. I assume Pope Bob will be joining them at some juncture, being a Chicago guy. You can find that on YouTube. It is Steve the Homer Tree.
That'd be a great get.
That would
for
be a
Homer.
great
They
get.
got the Pope.
Yeah, can't get you, but they might get the Pope. Homer, good morning.
Will not get the Pope. However, the highest potential is the Archbishop of New York City, and so I think that would be we'd have a chance.
Why? You know the Archbishop of New York City?
He was in Milwaukee for a bit, right?
Archbishop Dolan, yes. Before he left Milwaukee, he was famous. He's a great baseball fan of the Cardinals, I believe. He used to sign baseballs for me, and then I would auction them off at any event where they loved the bishop. And so the most it ever went for, I think, well, that's not reflective of him. That's reflective of the crowd. And then when he moved to New York, he said that he would continue to sign baseballs, but I felt bad because can't really promote signing by the bishop. It's no longer your bishop. You're kind of making fun of the current bishop, so I didn't have him sign anything. The last thing I ever gave to Hank Raymond, soon before he passed away, was an autographed baseball signed by Archbishop Dolan, and I can state he cried.
He cried?
So cool. He cried, yes. Yep. Very
Jason will
devout
make
Catholic.
fun of him then.
And what?
What is that?
No, Jason will make fun of him then. He's making fun of me before for crying.
I want to get to that because you do not get on Jason for asking you that. Generally, yes. Now,
Asking
you guys
me
don't
what?
know, but I am about whether you would cry at your speech. First of all, I am the national.
No, I did. No, he was making fun of me, Homer, about doing it.
No.
That was what happened.
No, I wasn't making fun.
Jesse?
Wasn't the
Jesse?
question like, would you cry? Would you cry like you did at the
press conference?
Yeah.
Yes.
Which
Again, I would like credit for that. We inoculated you. You did not want to cry in your speech up at the podium.
Forget
You're
that.
a beauty.
We've moved on from that. We're talking about his current
All right, let's
speech.
move on.
And I am here to help
Let's
Tausch
move on.
because I am the national expert on how to speak. You two would not know this.
Okay.
I gave my first speech at the age of 8 before our Sunday dinner. In our family, you had to give a speech on Sunday dinner before you could eat. Not all of us, but periodically.
So your dad didn't come to any of your sporting events, but you had to give speeches at Sunday dinner?
Yes. Now, I don't know the specifics, but it occurred for many years until I became 8. I gave 2 speeches, and then somehow it ended because I think I may have disputed the point of it, because the first thing he taught us about a speech was, rule 1, it can never be too short. So I'm trying to help Tausch with his speech. Can never be too short. Okay. Rule 2, the speech is not about you. The speech is about who you're speaking to. You must find a way to recognize someone in your audience. You choose who it is. Now, the problem
kind of like that.
Those were pretty much it. And the problem was that I, hearing that these speeches were supposed to be short, the 2 times I did it, mine was very, very short. And I don't know if my dad thought I was being whatever, but he stopped it, and we didn't have to do it anymore. Then we had to do a resume.
You ended the program because of you?
After 2?
I don't think so. I don't remember it well.
I think so.
I'd have to ask my brothers and sisters. But, yes, I have a brother who's, 6 years older, and they had been doing it for a while. I think there were maybe 2. I don't know. I'll have to ask my older brother if I'm taking too much credit because
blame.
So incredibly stupid. But anyway, then we had to do a resume. I did my first resume at 10. The key on a resume is the top. You have to tell what you want to be. My first resume said, I want to be a Major League Baseball player. And then you had to put work experience, mow the lawn. Yeah, that's 10. Then you had to have 3 references, neighbors. So anyway, back to the speaking part. All right. Now, about crying, my dad never said this, but Tausch will not cry. I mean, first of all, there's no reason to have a speaker at an 8th grade graduation because it's accomplishing absolutely nothing. This is the worst participation trophy of it. Now, if you're doing it for the kids because they're
Can I start with that? Do you mind if I start with that? I just want to.
No, I don't think my dad would have approved of that. I might.
Oh, I would cite you if you gave me the okay.
If you call someone out in the audience, then it's okay.
No, again, it's because it's not about me; it's about them. If these kids are going to a new school, going to high school, recognizing that, there can be a number of things that you could say to help them if they're going to a new school. But
that's it. That's what's happening. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, then that's great. So you're doing that. If I was asked to speak at an 8th grade graduation, I would not do it. But I'm not you.
So if your kid, after a very rigorous vetting process, told you that the class voted to vote you as the speaker, you would tell your kid to kick rocks? You're not going to do it?
Without a doubt.
Who are the other finalists?
You know what? I'm sure your grandkids right now in 7 or 8 years would say, oh, Grandpa Homer, I really want you to speak at my 8th grade. It would mean the world to me. You would tell them to kick rocks.
It's quite a voice.
Yes.
No, you would not.
I'm not doing it.
You would not.
Fine. Okay, here's the other thing. Listen to this. My father spoke to my high school 2 years before I went there. My older sister was a freshman. She was so embarrassed that she went to him and said, please don't. And they asked him in the future, and he didn't do it. That doesn't really make my point of my opinion. But
no, it didn't really do anything at all for your argument, actually.
No, but I wanted to tell you.
Jason, are you buying if Homer's grandkid asked Homer to speak at the 8th grade graduation, he'd tell him to kick rocks?
Yep. Nope. Not for a second. Don't believe him.
That's what I'm saying too.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
You're telling me,
Homer, what do you make of? I appreciate your input on this.
I don't think you do.
I need to make sure I
don't think you do.
No, I appreciate his input. I'm not going to use it. I'm going to go speak.
That's fine.
I'm going to keep it short,
you're
but
not going to cry. Now, there would be a situation if
I hope
a child, not yours, had gone through a tough physical thing, or there would need to be a special exception which would make an 8th grade graduation special. Otherwise, it's impossible to explain how insignificant it is, other than, as you've stated, moving to a different school.
Yeah.
Come on.
Again, I'll leave that part out of.
Do you all not want to say anything? Do you think and graduate from 8th grade is of any significance whatsoever? there's any accomplishment.
It is of slight significance. It is of slight significance.
Oh. All right,
slight.
fine. All right, Jason, slight. What would it be equal to? Waking up?
No, it's more than waking.
No, I think there's a big transition occurring from 8th grade to going to the high school. So I vehemently disagree with you on that position. What I don't understand is the kindergarten graduations or the preschool graduations.
That's a pretty big
Moving to a
transition
different
too.
school. If you're moving to a different school, I'll buy the move into a different school. You just don't need a speaker for that. But
I'm trying to think, why are we not doing 8th grade graduation parties? I think we should start thinking about that.
Stop it.
Parties are great.
Yes.
Yes, 8th grade parties. I had one. My parents let me have
8th
one.
grade graduation party.
Did you wait? Your parents? Wait a minute. Your parents allowed you to have an 8th grade graduation party, and now you are anti 8th grade graduation celebration of all kinds.
No, I never said I was. I was against the speaker. Nothing against the event. No,
you just said 8th grade graduation is the equivalent of waking up.
Yeah,
right.
You're kind of backtracking
what do you
here.
Need? What rules are there to have a party? You can have a damn party whenever you want.
That's fair.
And
you can cry if you want to at that party.
What?
You can cry if you want to at that party too.
Yes, a kid could.
It's a song.
Again, if there's something
Jesse should have that
going
song
on.
queued up and be playing while we're talking, but that I'm not expecting.
There's no damn way you're going to cry. Come on. What do we? Come on, Tausch.
I didn't say I never said I was going to cry. I never once mentioned that.
You were going to cry like you did, and you went
I didn't
back
bring
to
it
the
up
last time. What?
Speaking of crying, what did you make of the wide receivers commentary?
By the way,
on
I was a
the
great
drafting
crier
of Matthew
as a kid.
Golden and Savion Williams?
I don't make a whole lot of it. I will defer to you on totally this because you lived it. You know what's really going on with the players and whether anything is of significance.
Yeah, all right there, big fella.
Hope you feel better after that.
What
was that?
Is it a
I don't know.
cough, sneeze?
You slip a disc?
I have a sinus infection that I've had for like 3
I do
weeks
too. I'm
because
feeling congested.
I didn't go get an antibiotic. Now I have an antibiotic. I got it from the doc yesterday, and it's almost already gone.
Oh,
my
imagine
God.
that. It's funny how that works.
I'd never had a sinus infection. I didn't know it was anything I could solve. I thought it would just go away. So, sorry. Yeah, I messed up.
Not a
Glad to help
doctor.
out.
I'm not
you know what I
playing.
need is I need a speaker. I need a speaker now at my sinus on my
Yeah,
show to
that was lame.
solve that. I know.
That
totally
wasn't very
lame.
good.
Worse than not very good.
If that's the kind of speaker you are, I don't want you at my 8th grade graduation.
Anybody who has Drew Rosenhaus as an agent, you have to assume anything's possible. But I don't. It's all about can you produce? Who's going to make the plays? Who's going to do that? That hasn't changed at all. This is a nice chit chat, but it has nothing to do with. They clearly wanted better, or they wouldn't have drafted these people. And everybody who's a player in the league, I guess, lives with it. I'll defer to Tausch, who like talked about it.
You do.
Anytime they draft somebody at your position, you're aware of it because it means they might want to replace you. But you play every day knowing they want to replace you. Unless you're Brett.
So here's, and I would like you both to respond to this and maybe argue with each other as a bonus.
No, I'm not going to argue with this. This is his.
I'm
field.
not arguing with Homer either. I'm on board. I'm on Team Homer today.
Okay, so
that's a
no one here.
I'm going to argue with Wilde. That's more fun.
Yeah.
You're going to interrupt them.
Look at
That's
how
for sure.
angry-
By the way,
he's an angry
was the topic?
If you argue a lot, will it make you cry?
Was the topic prank phone calls that you mentioned 2 weeks ago? Tausch?
No.
Prank phone calls I've written down here on a sheet of paper that I just discovered. And you couldn't remember what it was. Is it possible that's what it was? Prank phone calls.
Yeah, I just said.
Are you talking to me?
It's not.
No, I'm talking to Tausch. Well, why
I
would
don't
I
know
have
what
written
he's
it down?
I don't know.
All right.
We were talking about the draft, and you said you did have a good prank call story, but we didn't have
and
time
you said
for
save
it.
And I wrote it down, and for the last week and a half, you've been saying, what was that topic I came up with? And I just realized I wrote it down. All right, here's my question. Jayden Reed cannot do anything about his situation. Like, he's not eligible for a contract extension until after the 25 season. He is not in a position despite leading the team in receiving yards and receptions last 2 years, to do a whole lot of belly aching or protesting or not showing up for work the way Romeo Doubs did last season. None of that is, I suppose he could do what Romeo Doubs did. He was in his third season when he did it. So what was accomplished by Drew Rosenhaus, who is his new agent? He has changed agents to Drew Rosenhaus, leaking this.
That's a bad sign, by the way. But
yeah, leaking this to Adam Schefter and getting it out there, because I've seen people arguing, well, this is just an agent who wants to show his new client and show other prospective clients
1,000% correct.
that he's working for you.
I think David Bakhtiari, in Jesse Nelson's voice yesterday, said that.
So here's the question I have, though, because and look, you've had an agent. The only times where I've had contractual situations,
I actually had an agent. He quit on me.
Now there's a story I'd like to hear.
He wanted you.
You didn't fire the agent.
To work 50
he fired
minutes,
you.
not an hour.
I give him credit. No, I owe everything. I can't tell you what he said one time to people that even I know, the greatest agent ever. He said, I can't get you any more money. The rules have changed. You're wasting money to pay me for anything. I can't do anything, and so he quit.
Well, that was nice of him.
Admirable.
No, let me just. I'll make it short. Hearst Corporation had a rule in the contracts that you would sign like a 5-year contract, but they could fire you, and you would get 2 weeks' notice.
Yeah, that's not very fair.
This is the corporate people. Patty Hearst, that family, worth gazillions. This is the rule. And he said to them, because he had written the contract, that he said, I'm sorry. They go, what do you mean you're sorry? He says, yes, we're talking about Homer. That's what he said to them. And I'm thinking, I'm Homer? These are network people, whatever. He got them to give me a contract that gave me a year, not 2 weeks, but I had to sign a sheet never to tell anyone because I was the only one. A new guy came in from corporate years later and wanted to fire me immediately, and they told him, sorry, he's got 10 months left, and he apparently had an F-bomb. And I was like, what do you mean? I work at corporate. That's not the rules. And they go, it was for Homer. Tell me you could have a better
babe.
Wow.
Babe.
And free hair pieces as well.
And
he did not pay for that.
And you got to be commencement speaker at your grandkids' 8th grade graduation.
So my question for both of you, now that we've covered that agent ground before we let you go, is that if David Bakhtiari's and others' theories that this is a new a high-profile agent trying to show off how hard he's working on his new client's behalf, how does that help Jayden Reed? Because the reaction appears to be one of two things.
I think it gives him clarity.
That.
No.
It doesn't help him at all. It helps Rosenhaus. Now, if you ask Bakhtiari privately, you know what he would say? Jayden Reed should have talked to me before he changed agents. That's what he would say privately. And that's what Tausch said privately. The problem is what Jayden Reed did. It serves no value to him whatsoever. This is about Drew Rosenhaus helping Drew Rosenhaus. This is how hard I work for my agent, my client, or whatever like that, to try to get somebody else. And Drew and Bakhtiari probably, or Tausch, or either one, need to have a private conversation with Jayden Reed and tell him he needs to change agents again immediately.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not willing to accept that argument. I find it hard to believe that someone who is as established as Drew Rosenhaus would do this because he needed the free advertising for other prospective clients. I think Jayden Reed...
I don't know the reason.
Yeah, I think
it served no value for Reed.
I think Jayden Reed was really legitimately pissed. There were some cryptic tweets. He told his guy, hey, talk to them. I want to know what my role is going to be around here. Otherwise, trade me or whatever it might be. And why he chose to share that with Adam Schefter, I don't know. But the bottom line is that that's why you have Chewy saying, talking in a baby voice, I'm not playing.
I'm not playing.
Because it would appear that the two reactions are either to deny that this matters at all, right, from part of the fan base. Oh, this is nothing. This doesn't matter. This is just manufactured drama. If Jayden Reed was pissed enough to have his new agent confront the Packers and ask what his role was going to be, and then it comes out publicly the way it did, I don't think that's a nothing burger. Because to me, from the outside looking in, now I'm questioning a guy that I would have never questioned before. Because to me, Jayden Reed. Because to me, the play, to me,
well, go ahead.
To me, the play is I'm really pissed about this, and I'm going to shove it up there. You know what?
Right, but that's not Jayden Reed, and anybody who's on that team knows what Jayden Reed is really like. They're not at all surprised. If you're surprised about this, you don't know Jayden Reed. Anybody who knows him is not the slightest bit surprised, and he's a high-maintenance wide receiver, which now everybody knows, which clearly was the case, though most of us didn't know it. Right?
Okay.
I mean, is there any argument there? That's a given, correct?
Yeah, I don't know. I will say this, I did not think he would be the guy that would do this.
Right. Because if he had asked Tausch or Bakhtiari and told them how he felt, Tausch, what would you have told Jayden Reed if he had told you how he felt privately, which he said publicly, as to how to handle it? What would you have told him?
So I said this yesterday, and Jesse put it on a very nice screenshot up. As my daughter always tells me, feel your feelings and then go to work. You don't have to voice your feelings, but yes, no, I have no problem with him being irritated that they drafted these two guys. But
your daughter said that?
Well, she says, let me feel my feelings. Is she the one who says, then go get to work? Or is that you?
I added that.
Okay.
I added that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Important.
She didn't tell Jayden Reed to go to work. She would if they asked her, because I tell her if something goes in a gymnastics meet, she's disappointed. Instead of listening to me tell her about triple sow cows and everything else, she'll just say, let me feel my feelings. I'm on board. Let her feel it. And then...
I want her other top 3 statements next week when I'm on.
Ooh.
No more protein.
I will get you those. She's got a lot of good sayings.
8th grade graduations matter.
She should speak at 8th grade graduation. That's what should happen.
She might. Maybe I'll sub her in. It's not a bad idea.
Yes. Brilliant.
Yes.
I'll come to it if she speaks.
Steven, thanks for your input, buddy.
Bye.
That's why Jesse's the GOAT right there. That's why he's the GOAT-ski. And why he's fighting Mike the DJ for different summer wedding opportunities.
And Celebrations Entertainment. Once you get to the 8th grade party, you can have a Coors Light to celebrate.
And indeed, Coors Light brewed with that 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and cold packaged, so it's made to chill. If you're giving a commencement speech and you crush it, don't give any Coors Light to the 8th graders, but have one yourself. Make sure that those mountains are blue. That's when you know it is chilled to perfection. That's why it is Coors Light in my hand when I need a moment to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Boy, this sheet just keeps hanging on, but it's starting to
You keep me hanging on. Well, I don't think shaking it in front of the camera is going to improve its chances of hanging on. It's hanging on by a thread.
It's my show sheet. And I'll shake it if I want to.
It's not a show sheet.
I'll shake it
It's
if
a read
I want
sheet.
To.
It's a Coors Light
You're
read
a read
sheet.
sheet.
Good one. More next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is our crew.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. And sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Your chance to spend an afternoon on the links with ESPN Milwaukee is just a tap away. The 2025 Delzer ESPN Milwaukee Open happens July 15th at the Ball Golf Course, and we're inviting a lucky ESPN Milwaukee fan and 3 guests. Hang out with your favorite ESPN Milwaukee hosts, play around at one of Wisconsin's most popular courses, and enjoy food and drinks throughout the day. Open up the contest tab in the ESPN Wisconsin app and register for your chance to win this fan foursome with ESPN Milwaukee.
UW Credit Union member Mark Tausch here. People ask me, T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
At the Knickerbocker Hotel, we believe your stay should be as convenient and luxurious as possible. Whether you're planning a small meeting or a special event, our versatile space is perfect for any occasion. Start your day with a delicious meal at the Knick Restaurant and Bar or unwind at the Knick Salon and Spa. Wanting to stay active? Their 24-hour fitness center is always available. If you need something custom made or alterations made, there's a tailor on site. The Knickerbocker, where every detail is designed with your comfort in mind. For more information and to book your next stay, visit knickerbockerontheLake.com.
Discover an unreal treasure this May at Potawatomi. Don't miss your chance to win a share of $300,000 in cash and prizes. Just play with your rewards card for entries. Prize drawings on Thursdays. Unreal treasures this May at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Your win is waiting. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Hey, want to make your next meal a little less ordinary? Well, head to Quick Trip. Hey, we are so back serving up our legendary No Ordinary Chicken. Yeah, your dinner is hand-breaded, fried to perfection, ready to eat for tonight's dinner. Or you can buy it cold, sealed fresh for tomorrow's lunch. You know, we love to make life easier for you. This isn't just any chicken. It's Quick Trip's No Ordinary Chicken. Stop in your local Quick Trip today and taste the difference.
Calling all collectors, the Wisconsin Card Show is back May 16th through the 18th at the Baird Center in downtown Milwaukee. Whether you're into sports cards, Pokemon cards, or chasing down autographs from Wisconsin's sports stars, this is the place to be. Meet Churio, Contreras, Terrain, and more legends from Wisconsin's hometown team. Don't miss this 3-day event packed with vendors, memorabilia, and must-see moments. Tickets and full details at WisconsinCardShow.com. That's WisconsinCardShow.com.
A Brewers group outing is the best way to celebrate any special occasion. Whether it's a birthday party, anniversary, or bachelor party, baseball is better with a group. Grab your crew of just 15 or more for an event you won't forget. Brewers account reps make your day at the ballpark a breeze. Plus, get set up with customizable tailgate spaces, seating blocks in your favorite location at American Family Field, and much more. Start planning your group outing now at brewers.com/groups.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
So, Jesse, we've got the Brewers coming up again today, huh?
Oh, God.
So it's like...
That hadn't been pretty.
It's like... No, they would like to score a run in Cleveland, let alone get a win.
Well, maybe we can just join the game late.
Well, yeah, no, contractual obligations as they are. Madison's home of the Brewers is 100.5 ESPN, whether they're not scoring at all or whether they're scoring 20 runs in a game. So we have that in Madison coming up 11:30, just after 11:30 is when the pregame show starts, and then 12:10 first pitch. It's like 5 Wednesdays in a row. They have a noon or like 12:10
Getaway
start.
day.
Yeah, a lot of early noon starts on a Wednesday for the next few weeks. So we'll get used to having Josh DiMaggio in on the show for the final half hour of the program for the next few weeks.
And just having Joshy dumped right in his lap.
Might be a nice way for maybe I should just take a full show off on a Wednesday. I do like
Jesse, what
midweek days off, you know.
You're watching more Brewer games. I can't speak for Jason. I'm assuming because he's so busy and he can't even finish.
Is that a positive comment or a negative comment, Tausch?
This is negative. This is negative.
Thanks for clarifying.
But it's positive. It's also positive because Jason is a family man. He's out with his kids, do 100 sports. So it's a positive and a negative and a positive. Why are the Brewers struggling to the degree that they are?
We're going to start this conversation in the last segment of the 10 o'clock hour at 11:11.
With a hard out.
We're not in the 11 o'clock hour. Hold up a second. This isn't the start of the 11 o'clock hour?
No. Did I do a Sports Center update?
God.
Does it?
So
did you hear the song we always play?
Have a meal, and tell us about UW Credit Union and your membership with UWCU.
Exciting. Oh, we're very excited. For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for every you. Proudly serving Wisconsin for over 90 years. They're going to help you reach your financial goals. And people ask me, oh, T, why'd you join up with the UW Credit Union? I said, well, I like keeping my banking local. I love their member first service, and I love great perks like early payday. But really, I love that card. It's a beautiful card. It reminds me of the University of Wisconsin. Get that beautiful face from Bucky. And if you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom will make you do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member today. Get your Bucky card like guided. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions do apply.
Jesse explains why the Brewers are struggling to kick off the 11 o'clock hour next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Mark Tauscher here for Kohler Services. Well, if you've been putting off your bath or shower remodel, now's the time to turn to Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer, providing care for life. And this month only, get $1,000 off your Lugstone shower remodel and no interest financing for 12 months. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote, with fast, professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Tailgate season, company victory party, don't let your event fall short. V Private Bar Services delivers the winning play with expertise. We're talking custom cocktails, top shelf service, and an atmosphere that'll have your team pumped. Forget the watered down beer and basic mixers. Get the VIP treatment for your corporate events with bartenders who know the perfect pour. V Private Bar Services, where elevated hospitality runs through our veins. Explore vprivatebar.com and leave the mixing to us.
Let's talk about home turf. Your lawn is a reflection of your pride, hard work, and even competitive spirit. If you want a yard that makes the neighbors stop and stare, you need the right plan. That's where Weedman Lawn Care comes in. Weedman's lawn care program is kid and pet friendly, uses golf course quality fertilizer, and has an effective weed treatment to dominate any issue. Get a free quote of Weedman's winning formula for your yard at weedman.com and get 50% off your first treatment. That's weedman.com. Weedman for the win.
Show the world what your business is made of with 3 Tree Marketing.
So at 3 Tree, we're storytellers through merchandise. Every brand we work with has a unique story, and we're there to tell it using merchandise, display, appreciation, and gifting.
President Kevin Van Rossum knows that's important.
There's promo peddlers again, or tchotchke vendors, or whatever cliche people want to use. But we work with our client partners to become an extension of their team. We provide ideas, unique offerings that fit budget, timing, as well as messaging.
Check out why 3 Tree is the partner you need. 3treemarketing.com.
Hey, this is Homer. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
I'm not giving up, no, not yet. Even
o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch. Begins at 11:15. Chasing. We're always chasing. Chasing waterfalls. All right, Jesse.
Crazy game of poker, huh? By the way, schedule leak stuff. Leaky McGee reports that the Lions will host the G&G on Thanksgiving.
Who is Leaky McGee?
It's the same dude that is putting out the Commanders coming week 2.
Is this the
NFL
nerd thing? Yeah.
Seems like they got a beat on what's going on. Carolina week 9, and that tells me, Jesse Nelson, that the G&G are going to close up the regular season against the Vikings.
Yep.
Minnesota, whether it's going to be at home or on the road, I don't know. But that's what that tells me.
I'm officially at the point. Just tell me what it is at 7 o'clock tonight. I'm over all the weeks.
Let's keep. I like this little slow drip.
What's the point? It comes out at 7 o'clock. So you're going to know 5 hours early that the Packers play at Thanksgiving Day at 11. Just find out at 7 o'clock tonight. I hate this. Sorry. Negative energy again. Sorry. Let's talk about the Brewers instead. That's much more positive.
Jesse, fix the Brewers for us in 90 seconds.
Hit better, play with more of an edge. Pat Murphy's team last year had an edge.
What are you reciting Murphy's press conferences?
No.
Nice work, Murph.
Play with an edge. Pitch better. Hit better.
Well, their pitching is generally fine. Like, you're not going to pitch perfect every day, but their pitching has been decent, especially without Woodruff in there and some of the injuries they've been battling with. They can't hit the ball very well. Nobody's hitting the ball very well. They need everything to go perfect to score 3 runs in a game. Jeff Levering, I think, said a stat the other day on the TV broadcast. I think Lane Grindle said it on the radio broadcast, too. The Brewers at one point were 0-20 or something when they score 2 or fewer runs, and then they're significantly better if they score 3 or more. Sometimes it's that easy. Just score 3 runs, and you're probably going to give your pitchers enough support. Don't go into a game thinking you're going to win it if you score 1. You can't win if you don't score. So that's been a problem in Cleveland. I don't know how you adjust every individual hitter to make things better. I know he's tried shaking up the lineup and doing some things to get some people in there just to mix it up this time of year if things aren't going very well. But what Murph said about the edge definitely made sense. Last year, the first series, Rhys Hoskins starts a fight with the Mets, and that felt right away all right, this is different. This is fun. This team's got a little edge, a little grind to it. And this year, you just don't feel that same thing.
We need some blood.
So be edgier and I'm quoting here.
Bloodier.
You can't win games if you don't score.
Got some dynamite drops.
Proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers is Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. David and his team, they're not litigating on behalf of the Brewers offense, although it does appear to be seriously injured right now. If you have been injured, that's the one call to make. 8 to Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. 414-276-6666. 414-276-6666. Gruber Law Offices. One call. That's all. Jesse has been trying to get to this roster holes story from Aaron Schatz all week. We're going to give him the opportunity before we say goodbye to him. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on May 20th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Baltimore Orioles.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness, third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in May 20th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
Is SGA owed an apology?
Well, not yet, right? Should we hold off until they get the job done?
We've questioned him. We've said, is he built to win it all? Is he going to be that Jason Tatum-like pre-injury quiet superstar? Now, Tatum did win it all. CC at one point said, I'd be surprised if anyone outside the Lakers get to the conference finals, and that was mainly based on put your top players up there. Can I visualize them carrying a team? Well, it's easy with the Lakers because I've seen it multiple times, 10 times with LeBron.
Yeah.
And last year with Luka, I haven't seen it with SGA. That's where the apology question comes from. Do you owe SGA an apology?
Maybe. We're not there yet. I think I'm in alignment with Smalls. He's got to accomplish something that we haven't seen the Oklahoma City Thunder do before, with him as the leading star.
Something amazing is happening in data management. Even though storage needs are constantly changing, companies are only paying for what they need now. That's because CDW customized a Pure Storage Evergreen One SLA-driven storage-as-a-service solution that delivers enterprise-grade hybrid cloud storage that is effortless, efficient, and evergreen. Simplify storage administration with Pure Storage and CDW. Make amazing happen. Find out more at cdw.com/purestorage.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things. People. Love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One Collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One Collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush-mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One Collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kesslers nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
From boreal forests to blooming prairie and over 10,000 lakes,
we go for the road less traveled.
Minnesota has stunning state and national parks.
Stop, inhale fresh pine air. Yeah, I love that.
Plan your trip at exploreminnesota.com. In Minnesota, you can get the hottest concert ticket in town.
Thanks everybody for being here.
While eating some of the best food in the nation.
I think I've said yum like 85 times.
Plan your trip at exploreminnesota.com.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
For those of you that are big fans of Wilde and Tausch and fans of the Brewers, you can take in both the pregame coverage leading into Brewers Guardians on 620 WTMJ and 100.5 ESPN Madison, your homes for Milwaukee Brewers baseball, and stick with us by switching to either ESPN Milwaukee 94.5 ESPN or sticking on YouTube and watching us there. Jesse, you have had this Aaron Schatz story on the rundown for days. Not sure why. What is it? What's so great about Aaron Schatz's story?
He's one of the numbers guys.
That's a tough last name to be going into high school with. You know, if I'm doing an 8th grade commencement to Schatzy, you got to be careful now. You got to be real careful.
Nelly!
What? Am I saying something that ain't right?
Schatz Creek, am I right?
Whoa, Nelly!
Old Schatzinator.
Whoa, Nelly!
What's his name?
Yes, you've pointed that out. And he points out in his article, he's a big numbers guy over at ESPN.com, NFL analyst
He
there.
thinks numbers are the Schatz.
Whoa, Nelly!
I think he prefers number 2 for number one.
Now look at you getting involved. You couldn't help it, could you? We're so sophomoric.
Position of need based on numerical data from.
Can you imagine if his parents called him Whom? Whom Shats?
Whoa, Nelly!
Again, that's not even that funny, but
but it is.
Why are you laughing?
And yet it is.
What do you think remains the biggest position of need that the Packers have not addressed in free agency or in the draft this offseason? Tausch?
I can't stop thinking about it.
Stop, Nelly! Just answer the question. What is the biggest position of need still remaining on the Packers roster? No, on the
guy cleaning up. In all seriousness, and I don't want to belittle Shatsy's article, but I think the
kind of
issues have been addressed. If Jair Alexander comes back, which I don't know what's going on there, I do think at some point that gets worked out and he's back. Outside of that, that would be the spot that I would say, they ended up going with a corner, in the 237th pick in Micah Robinson. Outside of that, you bring in Hobbs, and you heard everybody raving about Hobbs, and I think that they're expecting him to be a big-time player in what they're doing defensively. I don't think there's some glaring need. They addressed. It wasn't what we all thought. I think they think their edge and they addressed the edge a little bit. They didn't go big boy edge until they do. I think they thought the O-line was the weakest part of their team along with the wide receiving core. And there ain't anybody, even the biggest anti-Guteniters, can't say that they did not address those two spots.
I'm sorry, I already read this story. He says it's edge rusher. They drafted edge rushers with their 4th and 5th round picks. They have 2 former first-round picks in Rashawn Gary and Lucas Van Ness at the edge positions. They've got Kingsley and Igbare. They've got guys. Whether you agree that they're any good or not is certainly open for debate. But the bottom line is that when you have paid one guy who is a former first-round pick and then drafted another guy in the first round in 2023, you can't keep since you're such a wagerer, you can't keep throwing good money after bad. So they decided to go 4th and 5th round picks, and we'll see how that works out. Some might say they're dreaming fearlessly that Baron Sorrell and Colin Oliver can come in as rookies and contribute at a position that Aaron Schatz thinks stinks.
Well, I think Sorrell deserves a ton of credit in an era of young players where it's all about running from adversity. Sorrell ran towards it. He ran out and said, here we go. I'm embracing this. American Family Insurance has embraced Wilde and Tausch, been a proud sponsor from the jump. And for almost 100 years, they've been committed to making life better with the right home and auto protection. So you're free to enjoy chasing after your dreams like Baron Sorrell is. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
We shift over to YouTube and 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee alone. Thanks for those of you listening in Madison.
Shatsy. We're getting Shatsy to come and do Whoa Shatsy.
Whoa, Nelly.
For coming along for the ride with us today. Still got a half-hour of show left. Enjoy the Brewers game if you're bailing on us. Take care. Be good.
This is Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Your current car, soon to be your old car. A new car, better start looking. But you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with free credit score and score monitoring on most new consumer checking accounts. Because when you know you need to make a big purchase, knowing your credit score puts you in the driver's seat. You've got this with free credit monitor from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
ESPN Wisconsin's Brian Balaga here for my new friends at Surfside. There's only one thing better than Surfside and golf, and that's Surfside iced teas and lemonade plus vodka on the golf course. This golf season, there's no better drink to enjoy on the golf course. Surfside is light, refreshing, and made with real vodka and real brewed tea. Plus, there's only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. Cheers to hitting the fairway, and cheers to Surfside. It's tea time. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Forget average. At Exterior Pros, they bring the heat. They're not here to meet standards, they're here to smash them. From the first swing of the hammer to the final reveal, they're leveling up your home with every window, every shingle, and every single detail. This isn't just a remodel, it's a glow up for your house. Built tough, built beautiful, built to turn heads. Want in? Let's go. Lock in your project now and save $3,000. Exterior Pros, where bold meets built. Trust the pros and visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274.
Awarded Best of Weddings 2023 by The Knot, The Bog is much more than world-class golf. Our clubhouse ballroom offers floor-to-ceiling windows and a breathtaking full-wall fireplace. Our barn venue was inspired by the on-site barn at Hole 6, built in the 1800s. 2 outdoor ceremony sites and a variety of personalized options. Our venues are perfect for family get-togethers, weddings, showers, graduation parties, or any event you are hosting. Call The Bog at 262-292-0740 or visit thebarnatthebog.com.
On Thursday, May 22nd, join Sharp Literacy for the 9th annual Unwrapped Milwaukee fundraising event from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at 3rd Street Market Hall. Unwrapped is an evening of community, creativity, and food. Top area chefs will create gourmet appetizer, entree, and dessert bites using McDonald's ingredients. The fundraiser will support Sharp's STEAM-based educational program serving thousands of urban elementary students in 47 Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine schools. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
Spring is here, and your local IKEA store is rolling the savings outdoors for their annual sidewalk sale. Visit IKEA Schaumburg, Bolingbrook, or Oak Creek from May 9th through the 26th for a wide variety of furniture and home furnishing accessories at big discounts. New products are being added throughout the sale, so stop in often, and don't miss IKEA's Friday Mystery Deals May 16th and 23rd, available in-store to IKEA family members. Not an IKEA family member yet? Sign up for free at ikea.com/US. Save big at the IKEA annual sidewalk sale, going on now through May 26th.
Beat the tariffs this month at Cunis. Get your tariff-free car, truck, or SUV before they're gone. All current in-stock new vehicles are not affected. Plus, take advantage of employee pricing and huge manufacturer discounts on select brands and models. Shop from over 2,800 cars, trucks, and SUVs group-wide from 18 new vehicle brands. Our loan experts will work to get you our best interest rate possible. And our Fresh Start financing program can help you get approved regardless of your credit. Plus, you're covered by our lifetime no-fear powertrain warranty, included with qualified new and pre-owned vehicle purchases. Visit your local Cunis dealership today for your tariff-free vehicle while they last. But don't wait, because once they're gone, they're gone. With over 30 locations across the Midwest, there's sure to be a Cunis location near you. Start your search online at shopcunis.com. That's shopkunes.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Have you ever been close to tragedy or been close to folks who have? Have you ever felt the pain so powerful, so heavy you collapse? No. Well,
Wilde and Tausch rolls on, but now with our good friend Josh DiMaggio. Now, we've had this happen a few times, and it always happens at 11:30, which is when we traditionally play Whoa Nelly. And so Jesse leaves. Like, in theory, he could still join the show, right, in some capacity. There is waving.
I don't know what he's... he doesn't.
But then he just dumps the Whoa franchise into Joshy's lap and says, hey, do Whoa Joshy, because I'm done. Josh, good morning. Thanks for taking over steering the ship, first of all. We appreciate you.
Good morning, and you're welcome. I'm happy to do it. I thought last time, because it was just me and Jason, it felt a little weird for me to just hop into the show and run a segment after I hadn't been on the previous 2.5 hours. It doesn't seem to be like a stylistic fit to what we're doing here. Wouldn't it be best if the audience didn't really recognize the difference? I guess I could do a Jesse impression since he's an impression guy and get mad about the schedule leaking out for some reason.
Can you do it in David Bakhtiari's voice?
That one I haven't been able to work on.
And neither is Jesse. All right, well, if you're up for it, I would love nothing more than for us to play some Whoa Joshy.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa, Nelly!
On Wilde and Tausch.
Dude, what are you doing? Your camera
we
was
had some
fine. What are you doing?
It fell off the stand. That's what happened.
Get your eardrum in there now? What? It fell
That's
off
my
the
hand, dummy.
Oh, dummy.
Hey, why don't you go cry at an 8th grade graduation?
Hey, Joshy, I have to ask because we used some audio from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy yesterday, and you're obviously the award-winning producer. I think you guys won an award.
Sure did.
At the WBAs, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Jesse accepted it.
Yep, best morning radio show.
Just wait, Jesse accepted the award for those guys?
Yep, on our behalf. The picture
nice
he
of
took, he was quite
Look
happy.
at that. Yeah.
He looks great, by
That's
the
the
way.
happiest I've seen him look ever. Were you laughing as much as we were when Chewy did his baby voice?
I wasn't, because he's done things like that similarly in similar spots. That, to me, what I heard was old hat. And I'm glad we have people like Maddie Hayes around, because that doesn't stick out to me, because that's how Chewy talks sort of in all these situations. So it was good she got it out, because it's become almost a background noise to me. But removing myself from hearing it all the time, it is very funny that Chewy, who still looks like he's carved from marble there, goes baby voice about talking about sports.
Okay. I
thought it was great. I loved it.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty good at what he does. We keep him around. You know, a lot of times he'll walk us places we don't want to be, but hey, sometimes you get some beauty out of it. I want to take our attention here to a thing I saw happen, and whenever technology and stuff comes up, I know Old T is the guy I need to go to on this.
He's here to fix it.
Apple is reportedly planning to implant chips in people's brains by the end of the year. Is there any situation where Apple or Tesla or whatever Elon Musk outfit it is, you would allow them to put chips into your own brain?
So, in a normal day and age, no. But if I was diagnosed with some debilitating mental injury, yeah, I would. Normal, no. Anything that is going to be debilitating and loss of function, at that point, don't you have to take a shot?
What do you got to lose?
So I have a friend who has Parkinson's, and he had a surgery in which they implanted some sort of, I don't know if a chip is the right word, but some sort of mechanism, and it has been a complete game changer. Like, it has thoroughly reduced the tremors, and again, this is all way above my intelligence level, but it sounds like the stuff works. Now, I don't know about this report, Josh, about Apple or Tesla, or I don't want anything from Elon Musk right about now. But if you're,
But you'll take it from Tim Cook? Like, come on. Let's be
No,
honest.
I'm not saying that either. I was about to agree with you. If it is impacting, if I have a debilitating, great word, very accurate word, brain-related issue that this could help, I am undeniably interested in that. right? Because I have seen what it has done for my friend with Parkinson's, and my hope would be that whatever they have planned. But this doesn't sound like, Josh, is that what this is for?
Well, so the one with Elon Musk has had something similar where somebody had a debilitating disease that it was to be able to help them. The thing is, the technology companies versus the medical companies getting into it, it seems to be some eventual plan to have some sort of interface that you would be like connected to your brain via. It's sort of what it's sounding like. Like, I think they're starting with hey, if you have Parkinson's or whatever, this can help. But I mean, we all know how this goes. It's you get in one way, and then what's the ultimate goal with this? And once it's worked out,
there's no way our government and our society will mandate you to do things medically. Like, there's no way that'll happen.
I don't think we were talking about Matt. I'm going to whoa Nelly this before this goes any further.
Well, you brought it up. I didn't.
I didn't bring up mandating anything, Aaron Rodgers.
You just did. You said you know how this goes.
No,
we do know how this goes.
He just called you Aaron Rodgers.
I did. Yeah, I did.
And he hates Aaron Rodgers.
You know how this goes, meaning once you have the ability to do one thing, you start doing others. That's how technology.
That's what I just said.
You made a different
that's what you just said. I do have, before you get to your next topic, I sent the boys this thing that I saw. And listen, man, AI robotics, is since we're on technology, and Josh, he's talking about mandating all this stuff. Masseuse. A AI masseuse robot.
Oh, God,
like these robots. Did you see it?
I did, and as someone who I don't have a whole lot of interest in massagery to begin with, I don't want to be touched. Aren't you concerned that this?
Good thing you're not the Browns beat guy. Am I right?
It's not a bad line right there by you. No longer the Ravens, clearly. Aren't you concerned that the AI massage machine could go haywire?
Yes.
And could end up causing you actually an injury instead of improving your flexibility and making you feel better?
Do you think that?
Because that was the first thought I had when I looked at that.
Will that be voice activated where you say, "Hey, Susie, slow it down. You're needling my back a little too heavy," and then Susie starts strangling you? Yeah, I don't know how that works. I don't.
Well, you have human massage experience, right? Because as a player, you guys all you needed that to get through the car accident you were in every Sunday, right? How exactly does that work? And is it a pleasurable experience, or is it more like the deep tissue stuff, which I feel like you come out of it with your body better off, but going through it kind of isn't fun? Is that an accurate depiction?
It's that's where it just looked like, man, I think when you're starting to talk robotics, and I do believe that in the next 5 years, everybody's going to have a robot in their house. It's going to be like the vacuum, and it will do all of the...
I'll take the over on that.
No, I think it's
going to happen. Did we not learn from Will Smith? An iRobot? No. We can't have that.
We have not.
I'll take the over on everyone in 5 years.
Well, how about this, Joshy? There will be more than 100 million robots doing your normal household stuff in the next 5 years.
I take the over.
100 million's a lot of them.
Yes, it is a lot.
350 million people
think,
here.
And I don't want to get on a soapbox here, I think we have a lot of people who are unwittingly doing the bidding of these tech companies and AI companies by showing and talking about things that are able to do things that they actually are not. And it is still in an early phase. It isn't as efficient as they say, and it doesn't work as well as they want you to believe. If you look at the history if you look at the history of a lot of these companies, there's a lot of things they say are going to come out and change the world, and they never actually make it to the consumer. So I would hold off.
This reminds me of an old skeptic or believer, and I feel like Joshy's skeptic.
That was a fun game. I like that game.
Whoa! Let's get back.
This is the good one, though, and I know you guys are going to have a great one. Whoa, Ashy. You guys are going to have a good one. This is movie-themed. R.I.P. to a movie icon. Morris the alligator from Happy Gilmore died at nearly 80 years of age. I
What a
want to
run.
know who are the best movie or TV animals of all time.
Oh, there's two for me.
I know which you,
And I don't-
you got the horse, right? What is Ed?
Well, Mr. Ed is great, and I think he needs to be on everybody's
The
list.
kicking donkey.
Yeah, that kicking donkey. I think his name was Gus. That mule was something else. I mean, Joshy, that mule won a championship.
Yeah.
Like he didn't miss. He was strong. He was fit. He just was fantastic.
One of the greatest kickers ever.
I think, and then obviously for me, one of my all-time favorite kids' books. I'm going Charlotte from Charlotte's Web. Like a lot of people go Wilbur. You know, they have the old pig and all this. That's great. Charlotte, with Templeton being right next to Charlotte, I think that movie, that story, tells you a lot. That's going to be in my deal. I'm going Charlotte and the mule, the kicking mule in that football movie. Those are my two big ones.
What about Air Bud?
Air Bud's got a lot of pelts, a lot of films.
Too fake. So just to be clear, Gus the kicking mule, not too fake. Air Bud, too fake.
Have you ever gotten kicked by a donkey or a cow?
I have not. Have you?
Their hindquarters are strong. Like, they could make kicks. Now, whether or not it would happen, I don't know. But it's not as unreal. Like, Air Bud, like, come on. Air Bud ain't flying like that. Like, that just ain't happening.
I've got a controversial entry here. Now, it was animatronic, but the great white from Jaws is the greatest animal of all time in a movie.
No.
What?
No. I mean, I disagree. You can obviously pick it, but...
Yeah, for me, as much as I actually am very pro Air Bud, this one there's nothing close for me. It's Babe the Pig. Underrated film, great story. I'm all in on Babe the Pig.
What about Chance from Homeward Bound? You guys see that movie ever?
What about Turner and Hooch?
Oh,
Hooch that's a pretty good one.
That one's a little before my
Hooch
time.
a big old dog now. Well, if you're going to go dogs, you have to go with Lassie, don't you?
Lassie has to be on the list, no
Old
doubt.
Yeller.
What's the whale movie or the
Free Willy?
Free Willy. What about? Is it Willy? I've never seen that one. Is that Willy?
I imagine since the main plot is freeing, it has to be Willy, right? Because he jumps over the famous scene. That's Willy.
I would think so. What about the snake from Snakes on a Plane?
All right. Whoa, Ashy.
Yeah, we jumped the shark.
Whoa, Ashy.
Yeah, we did, and it wasn't that animatronic shark either.
Okay, I guess that's the end of Whoa, Joshy. We're going to have to come up with a different system.
I tried to stop this.
What do you mean?
I
thought that was awesome. I learned something there.
So, behind the scenes, Josh texted Jesse earlier today to say that it's stupid that we drop in on him for the last half hour of the show and then immediately put him in charge of a segment.
I don't understand how Jesse doesn't just keep doing the show. He's sitting right there.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't get that either.
Questions. I'm above my pay grade, fellas. I'm just here.
Yeah.
So we'll come up with a better plan. We are happy to have Joshy filling in while Jesse puts his feet up in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. We'll wrap things up next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. You remember the moments from that magical March.
Side Decker. It's a three. Got it!
On June 26th, celebrate the squad with Made 'em Believe, a special night with Bo Ryan, Frank Kaminsky, and Sam Decker.
Here's Kaminsky. The drop stab. That's his favorite. And the two.
Presented by Bud Light, Michelob Ultra, Potosi Varsity Ale, and Potosi Hard Seltzer. Tickets are on sale now at uwhoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe. June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
Becoming a truck driver doesn't have to be complicated. At Schneider, we make it easy to get your commercial driver's license and start your new career. With our CDL apprenticeship training, you'll get paid to become a truck driver in just 5 to 6 weeks and have a Schneider driving job waiting for you when you've completed the program. Plus, during training, Schneider will provide transportation, lodging, and meals at no cost to you. Ready to get your career on the road? Learn more and apply today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Let's talk about home turf. Your lawn is a reflection of your pride, hard work, and even competitive spirit. If you want a yard that makes the neighbors stop and stare, you need the right plan. That's where Weedman Lawn Care comes in. Weedman's lawn care program is kid and pet friendly, uses golf course quality fertilizer, and has an effective weed treatment to dominate any issue. Get a free quote of Weedman's winning formula for your yard at weedman.com and get 50% off your first treatment. That's weedman.com. Weedman for the win.
I'm Monica Kessler.
Monica makes sure that everything at Kessler's is worthy of a lifetime warranty.
The quality of your ring is incredibly important when it comes to diamond setting, ring sizing, and repairs.
Monica has been part of Kessler's since she was 6 years old.
Let me tell you how to judge the quality of the jewelry you're buying.
It's easier than you think.
All you have to do is read the warranty.
Most stores offer a 5-year warranty, but Kessler's offers a lifetime warranty, the strongest in the world.
We can do it because we put more gold in your jewelry.
When a jeweler wants to make a bigger profit, they put less gold into the jewelry. This makes it thinner and easier to break.
Theirs might look like ours at first glance, but Kessler's jewelry is made not to break, and that takes more gold.
We give you a lifetime warranty because our jewelry is made to last forever, just like your love.
Gold is more than $2,000 an ounce.
Kessler's gives you more gold, a lot more gold.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, go to KesslersDiamonds.com.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Make plans to stop by Third Ward Beer Garden at Catalano Square. Experience Milwaukee's favorite beer garden, the perfect spot to meet up with friends in the Third Ward. Open Wednesday through Sunday with live music Thursday through Saturday. Good times and great vibes await at Third Ward Beer Garden.
It's WTMJ's Brandon Snide for Wisconsin Harley-Davidson. With summer just around the corner, Wisconsin Harley-Davidson is gearing up for another year of riding adventures. Join them May 17th for their annual Bikes, Blessings, and the VFW. Start the summer off with a bike blessing on May 24th. Their annual honor celebration is happening with a ride to Wisconsin Memorial Park to place flags to honor those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. Both events will have live music, food, and so much more. For more information, go to WISHD.com or follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
As a fellow military veteran, I relied on my team to get through very difficult missions. We had each other's back and supported our teammates through thick and thin. If you find yourself struggling to make it another day or know someone who is, reach out. Support is at reachoutwis.org.
Paid for by Advancing a Healthier Wisconsin Endowment with support by the Medical College of Wisconsin, the War Memorial Center, and reachoutwis.org.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Wrapping things up here on Wilde and Tausch as Jesse puts his feet up in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. Don't pretend that you're working now, Jesse, and then we can't. And yet he still can't talk, right? Because we're airing the Brewers. Then get the hell out of there! Stop putting yourself on camera. Joshy, I have a question for you because you work in the Grubelov's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue in Milwaukee. I'm curious, what has been the reaction to the news that it is the Minnesota Vikings and not the Green Bay Packers going to Ireland to play the Pittsburgh Steelers? And Ben's reporting from a few months ago.
The reaction is, and it's probably letting Ben off the hook a little bit too much, is that we should have never trusted Ben in the first place. He has a reputation.
Shame on us.
Right, that precedes him. We've been down this Ben road before, and you know when you enter into the Ben Bruss sweepstakes, you might get burned. I have firsthand knowledge of this. Being told in front of everyone, being told in front of a partner that I wasn't invited to his wedding. So, you know, it's a enter at your own risk type of thing.
So you're not giving him the grace that once the Steelers started pursuing Aaron Rodgers, that maybe the thought process changed. The Steelers wanted that game at their place. You're not giving him any sort of space on that?
Privately, publicly, Ben Bruss is a bozo, and I think that's the best way to operate here from here henceforward.
Is that fair, Tausch? You're nodding in agreement.
Life
Is that a
ain't
fair policy?
I told him yesterday on KBN he needs to double down. He needs to start making predictions on Giannis, what that trade might look like. That's where he needs to go. To put a bow on this schedule thing, though, a lot of leaking going on, right? A lot of leaking.
Leakage.
Green Bay's going to get its opener. It's going to get a home opener. It's going to get against Detroit. I think Packer fans are going to be incredibly excited about that. I think the team is going to be excited about it. And I think Matt LaFleur, even though Ben Johnson, who's started this rivalry with him, even though he doesn't barely know Ben Johnson.
Correct.
These boys want the Detroit Lions. They want to put one of those big lion manes. You know, they're going to put that bad boy up on the wall. That's what they're looking to do.
Like James Earl Jones in Coming to America, where he's like wearing it?
I don't know. I haven't seen the movie.
You've seen Coming to America, haven't you?
I just told you I have.
It's got Chris Rock in it, from what I understand.
Fair enough.
That's it for us today.
See you, boys.
Good work, boys.
Well, you mailed this in almost as much as Jesse did. And now, look at him. He left. He hung up. All right. Our work here is done. What great teammates we have, Joshy. Thanks for coming along for the ride with us today. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Highlight your long weekend when the Brewers kick off a 3-game series against the Red Sox on Memorial Day, featuring the best way to start summer, Dollar Hot Dog Day. Keep the summer vibes going into the week as kids and seniors can get 50% off select tickets at the game on Wednesday, May 28th. What's better than a long weekend? Brewers baseball and dollar hot dogs. Find your seats today at brewers.com.